you an awesome day of Valorant because I'll tell you what, we've got playoffs today and we've got some good teams gunning for that playoff spot that's going to be happening next month for our finals.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome, everybody. Super excited to be back. We were off the entire month of March, so it has been quite some time since the last R20 Premier Esports event. So we're happy to see you guys return and welcome back here in San Antonio, Texas. It's a beautiful day. We got some more Valorant games. It is playoffs, so it's such a good time of the year. So we got playoffs today to start it off. We're going to kick it off with the best teams. Whoever teams qualify for playoffs throughout the day are going to make it to the finals in May.
Yeah, we do have some top contending spots such as like Cast A, Cast B, Home, stuff like that. But, you know, it's still up in the air. People are still competing for those spots, and we're still waiting to see who's going to be in the finals. So today's games will determine that. We're over here at the Boeing Center at Techport in San Antonio, Texas. We've got a lovely day today. It's about 80 degrees and sunny, which is a great turnaround from the weather we've been having, which has been a little cold and rainy recently. So very happy to be here today at the Boeing Center in Texas, and very happy to be giving y'all a great day of Valorant. I don't know if y'all can hear the kids in the background, but they're excited to be here and excited to be playing today.
Yeah, absolutely. We're here again. We got a new setup we're working with here in the LAN center, so we're going to have a little bit of background noise here and there from the crowds and from the players, so it will be a little bit of hype more today because, you know, we got to kick it off on playoffs on a high. You know, we've been off for an entire month. We got to get that Valorant feeling back into action. Here we go into the game on Ascent. I believe we have SST versus BE.
I have no clue if that was correct up there. But if we have SST, we're in for a good game. School of Science and Technology, those kids are some scientists.
And I think it was the Bobcats. I'm pretty sure it's the Bobcats.
Yeah, and then the coach from the Bobcats is the coolest dude. I love Coach Huey. Shouts out. Yeah, no, honestly, both teams are great teams. I think the Bobcats are another team. Their A team is contending for a final spot right now. They were actually in the finals last year. They were the last placement, and they didn't do extremely well, but they still made it to the finals, so obviously they're a really good team. And I'm excited to see what they do this year in regards to getting to the finals. Right now we do have SST versus the Bobcats A team up on the stream for the first game, but we don't know for sure yet. I don't know at least anyways, but I'm excited nonetheless.
Yeah, it should. The first game should be on Haven, so I believe that Ascent was just a little bit of bug, technical difficulty. But on Haven, I think it's going to be a great map. You know, I think it's going to be a great game. It's been a while since we've seen Haven actually into the rotation here, R20. You know, most of the time, either players ban it or it's just not available. So most of the time, we're seeing all these other maps playing. But it's good to see, like, the OG maps returning now because a lot of people just really prefer that. And I just think it has the best Valorant, like, you know, when it comes to the map layout, you got all the lanes. Obviously, it's one of the few maps that actually has more than 2 bomb sites or, you know, to plant the spikes at. But other than that, I'm pretty excited. I think we're going to see some good action. But I am curious to see which teams are going to come out on top today. We had a whole entire month off, so all these players have been just basically been scrimming and playing, practicing on the side, you know, without any actual real tournament, you know, games going on the past few weeks. So, you know, there could be a team that was super good and hot in February that could be a completely different story now, and the complete opposite. There could have been just a completely, like, underdog story, you know, of the team up and coming. They were nothing back, you know, January, February, and now here they are. They're actually, you know, qualifying for playoffs, and they're doing pretty good, you know?
Yeah, it has a lot to do with how much these teams practice. Because as y'all know, some of these teams, they practice day in, day out, and some of them practice, you know, a couple times a week. Some of them practice maybe once a week or hardly at all. So, you know, Mark's exactly right. What it's really going to come down to here is who's been preparing for these games the most, you know? I mean, we have a team like Cast A who's maybe lost 1 or 2 games this entire season, but if they haven't been scrimming or practicing over the past couple months, they might come back and flop. So you never know what's going to happen in tournaments like these.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I did have a question, though. What do you think is going to be, you know, the typical meta of the operators being played or agents being played for these maps? You know, for a map like Haven, you know, obviously we've been seeing a lot, at least in pro play, a lot of Astra coming back into playing, a lot of you know, Jets. You know, we'll see all these different type of agents come out. A lot of Gecko. You know, Gecko's a great, you know, agent. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of those characters. How do you think this is going to really turn out? You know, for a map like Haven, you know, it's very smoke lane based. You know, a lot of A lot of long lanes, especially on that C and A side, working your way onto B and towards the garage area. It's really kind of close quarters, so you might see a little bit of breaches, might see a little bit of, phoenixes or, trying to get those flashes, especially like the skies coming out. So, what are your thoughts? What do you think he's going to be like the actual, star agents going into these next games?
Well, I think in the same regard that we would see somebody like Breach, we'd see someone like Tejo as well.
Tejo for sure.
Yeah, like Tejo's going to be an awesome pick for a map like Haven just because that ult can cover so much ground and the sites are so big on Haven. There's multiple sites, but it's not just the fact that there's multiple sites. They're also huge, There's so much counterplay around them between Heaven on A site and between, CT and behind the box on C site. It's just a huge, huge maps.
Absolutely, and it looks like already we are loading up into the game. The players are starting to pick their agents already. Looks like we got Killjoy, we got Omen, we got Sova, Jet, and Breach on SST side. So we're just waiting for the Bobcats to choose. It looks like they're going to do a lock-in for Cypher, Raze, Breach, Astra, and Tejo. We've been seeing a lot of Tejo lately. Apparently, he's really good.
Tejo is really good. Another character that's really good and that I'd really like to see today a few times is Waylay, the new character Waylay.
I'm not too sure if they're going to be in this tournament because
I was heard they're allowed to because Waylay actually came out like almost 6 weeks ago.
So is it just in time or is it just
No, because usually we have a 2-week buffer. So Waylay should be allowed in this tournament. I don't know for sure if they are. We might get told otherwise later on. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned right now, Waylay is available to play in these tournaments. And I don't know about you, but I played some Waylay games on my account. So much fun. Like straight up played ranked on Waylay, winning games.
Can you give me like an example, like what happened, what'd you do?
So like Waylay has like a double, so they have their signature ability is a dash, and you left click, I don't remember if it's left click for one dash, I think it's left click for one dash and right click for two dashes. And so first dash you can go straight up in the air, but the second dash can only go horizontally across, it can't go up.
So is it like supposed to be counter towards Jet?
Kind of, yeah. It's supposed to be like to a same regard of Jet, where like you can dash past whatchamacallit, like tripwires and stuff of that nature. But the thing is, instead of just having like a straightforward dash, you can actually dash up and down. So it's almost like
it's directional based.
Yeah. So, but only the first dash. The second dash you can only go horizontally, but the first dash you can go up. So you could dash like up into sight and then like off to the side on a map like Pearl or whatever, right?
Interesting. Hopefully we'll get to see a little bit of action. But, as of now, looks like this game we're not going to see it. And I have a feeling a lot of these teams haven't practiced Waylay yet or as much going into this tournament. So a lot of these team comps might just still be comfortable. Well, the little teddy, the little puppy.
I mean, like Schrodinger specifically, I know feels extremely comfortable on Jet. You know what I mean? They've been playing Jet for a super long time. Even in the tournaments we saw last year, they were on Jet. So it's just super entertaining to see someone who's comfortable on a character like that, even when Waylay is probably a little bit better and a little more popular in the meta right now.
Yeah, here we go into the first round of the day. Here on Haven, we got Bobcats versus SST. Looks like the Bobcats are working with C long right now. Great stun from Oppenheimer from the breach coming out. A little bit of delays towards the attackers. Got a minute left, to work away. Looks like they're taking a slow. Great headshot by Fleming. Wasn't able to finish it off, but, great delays from both sides. And it looks like they're already starting to rotate themselves out of there. Just looking like the defenders were able to rotate and stop them. But we have the Jet of Schrodinger coming out on clutch on A, all alone, gets the first pick on Nug. Nug gets taken down, down goes the Raze, and they're slowly working their way towards A short. Looks like they have been spotted, and it looks like the rest of the defenders of SST have already started to rotate. Oppenheimer gets a pick through the smoke. Great trades from him. It is a 5v3 situation. Tacker, defensive sided right now, has the advantage right now as we send Turtles slowly trying to work his way onto the site with Sova. Rest of the team are trying to stop him. Trades going down by both sides. Schrodinger gets one, but gets traded out by Tejo. Flame Trooper takes him down. He's low in HP. It's all up to him in a 1v2 situation. 15 seconds left on the clock. The spike has been dropped. He's really low in HP. He's in a 1v2, doing some tags. He's going to use his ability. He's going to try to delay. He only has 3 bullets. He's going to reload. He's going to push himself, and he's going to get taken down by Fleming. What a round by SST. Great job, great hold, and they're up 1-0 against the Bobcats.
Yeah, that was a really exhilarating first round to see. I hate it whenever it's just a stomp on the first round and like 5 people are still alive at the end, right? I love rounds like that where there's 2 people left alive. You could tell they put everything into that. Schrodinger with the beautiful entry pick onto the rotation was just, it was like they knew it was happening and were perfectly waiting for it. But on top of that, the rest of the team being able to rotate over extremely quick, Schrodinger being able to reposition into A long super quickly as well. Just an amazing strat from SST to start off the first round.
Absolutely, absolutely. I couldn't agree more, Tanner. Couldn't agree more. That was a great hold from the SST squad. They played that pretty well. It got a little bit close towards the end, but they did a good job. And it looks like, yeah, obviously now, Bobcats not going to have to buy too much. They're gonna play eco round this round, where SST they're gonna light buy and work their ways with 1 Vandal, 1 Bulldog, Stinger, Ares, and a little bit of a scout. So it should be good for now. Breach blast going down from Oppenheimer, trying to drop his bombs already. Gets the first pick on BES Turtles, so down goes Turtles. It's a 5v4. Flash is going down. He's going to be able to push up. Almost tags Flame Trooper through, but it was just crouched just underneath. Gets stunned. Not much happening right now. Looks like there's just delays between both sides. 40 seconds left on the clock. It looks like they are trying to get out of there and rotate themselves out. Nug actually gets a great pick on Oppenheimer, so down goes him. 3v4 situation. Jung is all alone on B right now. It's looking like the attackers are going to rotate themselves towards A with the spike. And it looks like Tejo is trying to cause some, some noises outside of B, try to lure the defenders out.
Yeah, this is a very good rotation coming out right here. Nug is already in position to get, hold for the plant right now, and Schrodinger is the only one on A site currently. They're getting the rotations around really quick, though, because it was just from Beast. That's good. Already getting vision on people, which is amazing. Flame Trooper taking some damage quick, but not quite going down, but Nug, gets traded out immediately. Schrodinger takes him, and that's a nice opening trade right there. Flame Trooper actually gets one more onto Avogadro, and Schrodinger trades it right back. Schrodinger gets a 3rd one, and like I said, that's that calm jet that you see from Schrodinger right there, and that's from, a couple of years of practicing, making mistakes, and working on them, so good job on that one, Schrodinger, and good job leading your team on some of these flanks and rotations.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. It just looks like right now, so far in this beginning of this game, the Bobcats, they're just trying to get onto that site, but they're just not quite able to hold it or get that spike planted in time. It looks like SST are able to rotate, every single time and kind of catch Bobcats off guard. Maybe, if from your attacker side on Bobcats, maybe try to get some lurks, try to have 1 or 2 players doing their own thing, have the rest of the players work their way either C, A, try to get, a pick there, a pick or 2 would be great, kind of work your way onto the site from there. But, as of now, SST, they're playing it really well so far. They're able to kind of catch them off guard, and, they're able to hold these sites pretty well.
Yeah, Sea Smoke right here to block off vision is really good. They get a little bit of vision out of here with, Teo abilities and stuff like that, but aside from that, they're making them play back and making them play smart. SST is definitely just doing really, really well with their holds, you know what I mean? And Bobcats are doing extremely well to counter-aggress and counter it. Oh, but right there we see the opening pick of the round from Oppenheimer onto Nobaroni? I don't know how to say that name. Sorry about it. And there we go. Nug gets another one onto Schrodinger, but immediately taken out by Fleming, who was hiding in the corner with a Sheriff. Good trigger discipline right there. Turtles gets a trade right back. We're looking at a good 3v3 round right now. Akaza takes one out. Fleming trades it right back. Flame Trooper trades it back immediately. We're looking at trades going down all over the place, but we are looking at a 1v2 scenario, the best possible scenario so far for BES, the Bobcats. Let's see how they come around on this one. Jung is slowly creeping through right now, trying to find a way onto site without being spotted, but I don't think he knows they're both long. There we go with the Astra Pull. Yeah, that's good delays from SST coming out right now. But I'm sure Bobcats have some sort of strategy, or good delays coming out from the Bobcats right now, but they have good strategy, and they're going to stop Jung on that push right there. That's a beautiful play from Bobcats, and we see them get their first round of the game. Good job.
And there we go. That is exactly what we needed, especially out of the Bobcats side, getting themselves back into this game. They were able to take that site, take down all of the players, and they were able to execute it pretty well and, finalize that scoreboard of a 2-1 against SST. So great job from them. They played well together. They, played. They had that spike planted. They played. They were just playing.
They played very efficiently.
Oh yeah, for sure. And obviously, you know, there were some moments where it looked really scary because SST, they weren't really fully checking the corners, and it was just catching them off guard. So hopefully, you know, these players won't get caught off guard like that as much for the rest of the game. But that's what it's all about here on Valorant. They always get some variety action going on.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, and here we see already BES is trying to get some vision out of the way, trying to show presence everywhere. It almost looks like they're kind of defaulting right now. And there we go, taking out the first pick onto Fleming already. Beautiful shots coming out of Turtles and Tejo as well right there. Flame Trooper and Turtles both getting some good shots onto it. Avogadro trying to stay back and protect, but doing a good job right now. But Akaza also gets junged. Turtles trades it back onto Avogadro as well very quickly. And now Schrodinger is all of a sudden left all alone to deal with this situation. Coming from CT, not much of a hope or a prayer here. Let's see if they're able to do anything with it. You know, obviously they've got most of their util down in that area, and it doesn't look like much of it's going to be it doesn't look like there's going to be much that Schrodinger could do. Maybe a save would be good here.
He's going to tap the spike. Oh, he's going to take down Nug on the flank. Great stop from him. But is it 1v3? Unfortunately, he's going to pop ult. So let's see what he's made of. He's going to get one. He's going to get two. Oh, my goodness. Schrodinger absolutely on fire right now, trying to stop the remaining team. And he's able to save it against
Good job, Schrodinger.
Yes, the Bobcats. And he's able to get that defuse just in time. And wow, what an incredible retake from Schrodinger in that 1v4 situation.
Wow.
Great ult, great execution. Wow. SST up 3-1 gets the Bobcats. What a round.
You know what, Schrodinger? When you watch this back, I'm going to go ahead and say it. You didn't waste your dash.
Yeah, that's...
You didn't waste your dash. You didn't waste your ult. You did that very well. That was very crispy. Good play.
Super clean. Absolutely on fire right now. 9-2. You know, I'm not surprised to see a timeout already being called. That was pretty rough, especially from a round that looked pretty easily obtainable from the Bobcats. You know, unfortunately just fell short.
1v4.
And yeah, great
1v4.
great retake from Schrodinger. That's why he's doing great.
Yeah, yeah. The Schrodinger really let the cat out of the bag on that one. Anyway, I'm extremely happy to see a timeout coming from the Bobcats here. That's a good coaching decision from Mr. Hugh and Huey. Sorry, I just came up with that riff, that one. But no, it's smart to see a timeout here because you know we don't see timeouts from teams this early in the game a lot, and it's something that you know you get one per half. You know, you get two in the game, and teams never use them. So using it right now, going into the 5th round, is so much bigger than using it, you know, than using it like at the very end of the half or using it, you know, not at all. So I'm happy about this. Shouts out the Bobcats and Huey for making a smart decision here and taking this timeout. Shouts out SST because y'all are killing it right now too.
Yeah, what a game already for the first game of the day. 3-1 SST versus Bobcats so far. Last round, Schrodinger absolutely just popped off. For those that are just tuning in, clutched a 1v4 situation, defused the spike, and brought his team back into the game. And here we go into the 5th round right now. Looks like Bobcats, they're not going to really execute C as much now. It looks like they're finally trying to get some lurks going on. Nug pushing up towards middle. Is he going to catch Oppenheimer or an angle? We'll see. It is super close right now, and Oppenheimer's going to take him down. Schrodinger's actually going to take down Noburani, so 2 players on the Bobcats actually get taken down, and it looks like now that the Bobcats are a little bit of disadvantage, they're going to have to work their way towards the A site. And let's see what they got. Let's see what's going on. Slowly working their way. Asher putting her smokes up. Reach stun going down as a delayed game. Schrodinger's going to slow him down. Akaza gets taken out. 5v2. The rest of the defenders of the SST have already rotated out. This is a very tough scenario now from the Bobcats to be able to get onto this site.
Yeah, you know, right here, Tejo's trying to find a dream or a prayer. Turtles actually gets one onto Schrodinger, which is a huge pick, but Fleming trades it back immediately right back onto Turtles. Flame Trooper gets one as well, but Jung trades it right back, and that's just good defense coming out of SST right there. You know, playing smart trades, and that's just, you know, great. Exactly what you're supposed to do in that scenario. You know, Bobcats are also shaping up pretty well right here. You know, you see them getting good trades, getting good picks here. It's small differences, you know what I mean? And the Bobcats are so close to picking up a few of these rounds, but SST is just really closing in and, you know, securing slightly better plays on this one. So this is a scenario where we're probably either going to see the Bobcats turn around or SST run off with it.
Absolutely. Great round from SST, you know, up 4-1 in a good spot right now. If you're the Bobcats right now, you got to find a way to get some momentum. Looks like Nug already pushed up onto B super quickly as well as the rest of the team. Looks like the defenders have pushed themselves out of the site, and it looks like Turtles have already been planning just a super fast take onto that B site. Now it looks like SST have finally caught onto it, and they have going to have to retake this out. No players have been taken out so far, but it looks like a lot of utility is being used currently. Schrodinger working his way. He's going to spot down Breach. Akaza gets taken down. If he takes down Nug, this is big. Nug gets taken down by Fleming. So now Oppenheimer is already starting the defuse process. The smoke has been pushed off. Jung is going to take down Turtles. He's sticking it. Oh my god, the diffuser got taken down. Nobirani is actually going to get a double through the smoke. Huge double from him. He's going to take down Schrodinger. Nobirani is absolutely on fire. Tejo from the Flame Trooper is going to take it down, and he's sticking the defuse. Oh my goodness, he's going to stick the defuse.
It was already halved.
Wow. No. What a round.
Good round from both teams right there. That was beautiful gameplay. Oh, that's what they make good stories about right there. That's that one hurts, but you know, at the end of the day, if you're Bobcats right there, you have to feel good in the regard that you changed up your gameplay and it worked. You know what I mean? Like that round was not won for free or anything, obviously, by any means, but that was, you know, one of the best rounds they've had so far in this game, just completely changing up the game style that they've put forth so far, and, you know, giving us that fast rush, getting the bomb planted super quick, and getting into their post-plant positions.
Absolutely. No, that was a great round. Unfortunately, the Bobcats fell short. It looked like it was going in their favor towards the beginning, but it unfortunately all fell apart towards the end, and SST were able to capitalize another round win against the Bobcats. They're up 5-1 right now. Tricky scenario from the Bobcats. This is a big round for them because if they lose, they're going to lose a lot of eco going into the next round to be able to buy any more items. So this is a crucial win. They need to play it safe a little bit. I do like the C push. It looks like SST, none of them are available on the site to be able to delay. Turtles is already sticking that spike onto the bomb, or onto the site, so spike has been planted. Oppenheimer is going to get taken down by Flame Trooper. Fleming and Avocadro is going to take them down. Jung, the defenders are coming out. They're taken one by one. It is all up to Nug in a 1v4 situation. He's trying to do whatever he can to stop the defuse. Fleming is taking it. He's going to take down one. Fortunately, I don't think he'll be able to take down the diffuser from the angle that he's at, and another round win gets taken away from the Bobcats 6-1, and unfortunately Nug re-peaks it, loses the Vandal in the process, and now they are down 6-1. Big round win for SST.
Yeah, going up 6-1 here is kind of definitely not a final nail in a coffin by any situation, but it is one of them, you know, and it's a scenario where, you know, we've seen this Bobcat team go down like this and come back. We've seen them have huge advantages and lose, you know? So you never know what's going to happen with this Bobcat team. They could really turn it around at any moment and any time right here. And there we go with that beautiful Arcane Vandal. Gotta love it. Starting off the round, got that operator on A long.
Oh, wow! That was almost a collateral from Schrodinger. Unfortunately, fell short and didn't get anyone. So that was a very, very scary situation from the Bobcats. It looks like Schrodinger has already rotated. This could be a very big hit as he takes down Nobirani. He's going to get taken down. Let's see if Nug is going to focus a short as we're seeing stuns and the raised bomb get taken down. Takes down Flame Trooper. So down goes Flame Trooper. Akaza is going to trade it out, but Avocadro is going to get the double on Turtles and Akaza. Great plays by him. It is all up to Nug once again in a 1v4 situation. Spike has been dropped on that A long area. He's going to pick up the spike, but he's got 50 seconds to work with, so he can either rotate or he can fully commit towards this A, but it looks like we got the lurk of the Omen towards the flank on the attacking side of Jung. So let's see what Jung can do to delay Nug. If Nug takes him down, this could be very big for him to rotate, but he's going to shoot him in the back of the head and take him down, and another round win. SST going up 7-1.
You know, they say the hardest shots to hit in Valorant are the ones when people aren't looking at you. And Jung just proved him wrong, because that looked like the easiest shot in the world, you know? Walked up right behind him, popped him in the head. And this is one of those scenarios where, you know, they got to keep that operator. They won the round. They're up on Econ. And the Bobcats don't have a lot of Econ right now. You see them, they have Bulldogs, a Sheriff, one Vandal, and they're all really low on money. So they really, really, really need this win right here, and they really need to turn this around in regards of pace of the game and Econ. So it'd be good. It'd be a good win right here for the Bobcats. And looks like they're kind of going back to this default strategy to a certain degree, but they're not showing anybody on A, which is smart because they just had the operator on A. But now that operator is actually going to be on C, I don't know if they know that, but they are playing smart around it. They're playing more so around mid and around these closed sight lines, not necessarily open and long C and A main and stuff like that.
Yeah, it looks like Jung right now is all alone on B, but it looks like 4 players of the attacking Bobcats are working their way towards the site. And right now, you know, Jung is kind of just sticking it towards the back. He's trying to hold it, trying to get the angle. The rest of his team is rotating. Looks like Schrodinger was trying to help his teammate. Jung takes down Novarine. Avocadros gonna take down. Fleming's going to take another one. And down goes the Bobcats one by one. And Fleming absolutely on fire with the 3K. He's going to be able to shut down a flawless round from SST. Great job from them. Great hold. And again, once again, they capitalize another round win against the Bobcats. It's looking a little scary now from the Bobcat side.
Yeah, these scientists are exactly that. You know, they are formulating really good strategies right now and playing defense extremely well. And, you know, I will be honest, Haven is an attacker-sided map. There's 3 bomb sites, which gives the defenders less, you know, people to keep on sites and stuff like that. You know, it's not bind, you know, where you can just put 3 on one, 2 on the other site, you know, whatever. This is a scenario where they got to spread out their units a little bit, and they're still holding up pretty well. You know, a little better than pretty well. But anyways, getting right into this 10th round right now. Looks like we're going to have people up C-long. We got that smoke blocking them off, but they don't care. They're going to rush right in with that breach ult, get some stun out of the way, get some vision in there, and Nobarini's actually going to take one out. Nug takes another one out as well. They're going to open up the round with a 2K. Beautiful start so far. We've got a couple people on CT. That Cypher ult comes out, and now we're going to see where the rest of the team is. Don't throw that nade. Please don't throw that nade. You know they're not there. You can see them. Oh, there we go.
Hey, honestly, Nug with the judge earlier, he got his pick. You know, they're doing pretty well so far. They were able to plant that spike, so let's see what SST can do to retake this 3v4 situation. Schrodinger's going to take down Nug. Nug's going to take down Oppenheimer just before he got taken down by the operator. So now they're working their way towards the site. 2v4 situation in the Bobcats' favor. Let's see if they can hold it this time against Schrodinger and against Jung. So they are trying to work their way. A lot of utility being used to slow them down, delay the spike. Jung is going to have to stick it because, unfortunately, the time is being run down, and Kaz is going to finally headshot him through the smoke. Finally, a round win from the Bobcats. Great job from them. Unfortunately, 2 members got taken down from the explosion, but they were able to bring themselves back into this game with another round win, so great job. You know, you got to take it one round at a time from the Bobcats to be able to bring yourselves back into this game.
Yeah, the Bobcats, look at that. They have weapons now. They have 4 Vandals and a Bulldog. That's very, very good for their team, guys, because, you know, this Scientist team has had Vandals, Operators, whatever they've wanted to have for the past 8-9 rounds. So now with the Bobcats having a full buy, having a little bit of safety in their econ right here, it's going to feel a little bit better. They get this fast rush in, which seems to be working for them pretty well. So I'm glad to see this going in. We see the Raze ult just not getting anybody, but still a way to create space with it. Not bad at all. That Raze nade might be able to get a little bit of damage off of the CT defender right there. And now we've got some people up in this little window, not doing super well, losing a little bit of health. Oh, all getting spotted out, and Jung takes one out immediately. Nug is still trying to find somebody, but not taking anybody out yet. We're looking at a solid 4v5 right now. BES is... Oh! There we go. Avogadro gets one through the wall onto Nobarini. Jung gets another one as well into Flame Trooper. Looks like Nug's going to trade one back on a Schrodinger, which is a big pick, but not quite the end of the round yet. We're still looking at a 2v4 scenario. It's going to be extremely hard for the Bobcats, but we do have Nug and Turtles doing this right now, and you know the rest of SST is kind of weak, so let's see how it goes for them.
Through the window, through the wall from Avocadro. Great pick from him, but it looks like Avocadro's going to catch Turtles on the rotate towards A. Great job from him. Dude, I was absolutely on fire, and wow, SST capitalized once again. Another round win against the Bobcats, going up 9-2 into round 12, so great hold from them. The economy right now for the Bobcats is a little bit tricky. You know, so far, it's looking a little scary right now from the Bobcats.
Yeah, beyond scary, it's just This is a scenario where like you really have to go back to the drawing board and reevaluate on some of these game plans because I mean the scientists are a good team. You can't be too upset about losing to the scientists, but you know it is a scenario where they're losing pretty good right now. Oh, and that Sova dart's beautiful. We're gonna get well, at least they got information of where they're at. They don't know exactly, but they know that they're on A, so that's good information right there. But yeah, you know. Bobcats are a great team. They just got to draw up a few more designs for their attack plan on Haven. Let's see how they do on defense. I'm sure it'll be great as well. It'll be just a little bit better.
Yeah, this ace push could be very scary for the Bobcats. Oppenheimer and Schrodinger are going to take down members of the Bobcats so far. So down go 2 of them. It's a 5v3 scenario. Looks like, you know, we got some light buys. Nug with the Bucky, Ares coming out with Turtles, and Tejo as Flame Trooper. You know, he's the only one with the Vandal. Let's see what he can do to help his team out. 50 seconds left. Unfortunately, A did not work out into their favor, so they're going to go ahead and work towards into that garage. Utilities are going off. Jung is aware of this. He's got this operator ready to go. This could be extremely crucial for the Bobcats if they could be able to take this site against Jung. He is all alone currently, but unfortunately, it looks like the SST have already rotated. Nug is actually going to take down Fleming in the garage window, so great pick from him. Oh, Jung is going to stop Turtles. Turtles is going to take it down. A Vandal was ready to go towards the back. He's going to pick it off. It's all going to come to that gunfight. Tejo is going to take down Jug, so Jung gets taken down. Rotations are coming down. Spike gets taken, but Nug is going to trade it out, and Oppenheimer's going to take down Nug. The SST with another round win, 10-2. Great hold, great job, and another round win.
Yeah, great half. Going into round 13, this is that scenario where SST is on offense now, and like I said, it is a slightly attacker-sided map. So I'm intrigued to see if they keep dominating or if they fold. You know, they're either going to be a lawn chair here or they are going to, you know, keep progressing in this game. And 10-2, it looks like they've got a lot of room to make some mistakes and whatnot. But you know, I'm excited for this game because Bobcats are one of those teams that, like I said, they can turn around at any minute. You know.
17-8 for the first half for Schrodinger. Great job so far in that first half. Great execution. He's absolutely on fire this game. You know, honestly, he's
Schrodinger's going to go back and watch this game for sure.
Yeah, he's going to go back. He's going to save it into his VODs. He's probably going to put in his highlights, reels, and for his YouTube channel. So it's going to be pretty lit. Absolutely.
100%. And, you know, I think Schrodinger's name used to be Jetmain. I'm not 100%. I could be wrong. I think I might be wrong on that, but I could be right.
What's stopping him? I mean, dude's absolutely a legend right now. He's in another world. He's in another dimension. Unfortunately, the Bobcats, you know, they just haven't been able to get that footing into this game. And I just think they're not able to utilize their team's potential. You know, they have a great team comp selected. You know, if you're going to be Astra, you know, utilize those delays, you know, and then if you're going to be on the Cypher side, you know, create those delays as well with all those traps. Turtles is going to spot a couple towards B. He's going to get stunned towards the back of side of his flash, but Schrodinger wasn't able to capitalize on that push, so he's going to have to back off. He's going to take down Akaza. Novarini's going to trade it out. Novarini's going to get another one on Jug, but Schrodinger's going to take down Turtles. Trades going down both sides at a time. It's a Trade City Central right now. 30 seconds left on the clock. Fleming's going to play down that Spike. Tejo, a Flame Trooper, and Cypher Nobarani is going to work their way towards B. Avocadro is going to take down Nobarani. It is a 1v2. Tejo, it is all up to you to stop this Spike. Fleming is low in HP, though. He does have potential. He only has 9 shots left into his mag. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to take down Avocadro. Not much damage was taken from him, so this is very tricky 1v1 situation. He's going to use his ability. He's going to work his way onto that site. He's going to cause some delays towards Fleming. He has no idea where he is. He has absolutely no idea. He's trying to work his way slowly. Time is clocking. Time is going faster than anything right now for Flame Trooper. Is he going to check his corner? Unfortunately, Fleming just got him just in time. They're going to capitalize another round win against Bobcats. In the first round of the second half, they're going up 11-2.
Yeah, when that time is going tick-tock like the app, you know, it's really hard to get a clip, you know, make a good play. You know, when that timer is beeping down in your ear from the bomb, it's really hard, you know. And then they did a good job with the missiles, you know, the ability that they used, that Tejo used, just slightly misplaced it, you know what I mean? It's really close scenarios like that, you know what I mean? And both teams had an outstanding pistol round right there. But, you know, it just slightly goes in favor of SST, and good job to SST for it because y'all played a great round.
Yeah, no, for sure. SST is absolutely on fire right now. It's just looking really scary for the Bobcats. You know, another pick goes down. Turtles with the good trade, so that's big for his team. It's going to allow his teammates to rotate towards the back of C. As we're seeing the attackers at SST working their way. Turtles and Akaza putting some pressure against the, you know, the scientists right now. Avocado, though, he's going to get a double. Flame Trooper and Akaza get taken down. 2v2 situation. You only got a Sheriff. And, you know, a pistol to work with. Sova's going to use his drone. He's going to spawn him down. Jung is going to plant that spike. But look at this huge flank from Cypher. I don't even know if they're aware of it on SST. This is actually could be very crucial. If Cypher executes this very well with his teammate Turtles, they could be able to capitalize onto this. Oh, unfortunately, Avocado's going to take him down. Turtles with the 3K so far with the Sheriff. He's going to headshot Avocado. 1v1 situation. Huge round from Turtles. He's trying to find Jung. They're slowly, they're just walking past each other. This could be deadly. This could be super crucial for Turtles to bring themselves back into this game. Wow, Bobcats have been able to capitalize onto this round that wasn't supposed to go in their favor at all, but they were able to take down SST, and they finally get another round win going into the second half, 11-3.
Yeah, beautiful round from Bobcats right there. Playing it slow, beautiful flank from the Cypher. You know what I mean? Even though y'all didn't get picks out of it, that's still a scenario where it was a distraction, and Turtles was able to get a pick off of it. Turtles was able to loop around and actually, you know, play merry-go-round with the attacker, and that just ended up working out extremely well in the favor of the Bobcats. So hats off, great round of the Bobcats right there, and now we're looking at an 11-3 game, which still isn't close, but we've got a gleam of opportunity going in our eye now. So
yeah, and especially Eco Ground now going for the scientists of SST so far. It looks like the Bobcats have fully bought into this next round. Oh my goodness, Schrodinger is absolutely on fire. He's going to absolutely decimate Turtles as we're seeing a double from Nug, stopping them down. It is all up to Fleming. In a 1v4 situation, Spike has been dropped on the flank. Is he going to get anything? No. Nug is going to take him down. Nug said, I'm coming back into this game. I got a 3K. We're going to bring themselves back 4-11. You know, we got some real estate to work with, but there's still potential.
yeah, 100%. This game is completely based on momentum, you know, and the momentum that the Bobcats are building up right now, which is now being slightly, you know, pecked at by this timeout, but the you know, they're applying good pressure right now, and they're turning this game around. And that's something that in a game like this means a lot. You know, it's not just a scenario where, oh, we won a couple rounds, you know, we're still just as hopeless as before. Like, no. I don't know if y'all realize that means they have so much opportunity in this game right now. Like, SST is going to be struggling to buy for the next couple rounds. Bobcats are going to have money. You know, that's huge in this game. So it's a scenario where the Bobcats just gave themselves a really, really, really big advantage, and SST is going to have to do something to respond here, either to close out this game or, you know, not.
No, for sure, for sure. You know, yeah, it's looking good so far from the Bobcats. You know, you just got to work one round at a time, slowly but surely. You know, execute those, play together as a team.
Look at Oppenheimer's hair.
Where?
Oh, he's covered by the camera now, but
Where?
blonde kid.
But did he yee?
Wavy hair, man.
But you had a yee haircut?
The wavy hair.
I didn't see it.
He had the flow. Nice hair.
I don't know. I just got
Your hair's looking nice today, Oppenheimer. That's what I'm trying to say, all right?
Nice.
But
He's got
Huey,
14 assists, though.
Huey, you looked great too, all right?
Hey, Oppenheimer with the 14 assists.
But the hair from Oppenheimer. That thing was flowing. There's no wind in here. It was flowing in the wind.
Think you put some gel in that?
No gel.
No
No
gel?
gel. Just let it flow.
Just let it roll?
Let that hair flow, you know what I mean?
On cooldown.
I like it.
Going into the 16th round, we got a lot of feelings going into this right here. I'm sure SST is feeling like they don't want to throw, you know? And Bobcats have a lot of ambition. They want to come back in this game.
Ooh, Nug looks like he already got tagged up quite a bit. Lost a lot of HP already. He's going to rotate himself out of there. I believe he probably got dinked at one point. Probably by a Phantom.
Yeah, it was by Fleming.
By Fleming, wow. See, if they had a Vandal, it's a different story.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, it looks like he's going to rotate himself. No healers on any of the teams to regenerate their health. But I'm liking this A push so far. I don't know if they're aware, though. Cypher is set up. He's on lockdown on A with his traps and his mines. This could be really big if He's able to hold it. Oh my
30
gosh.
seconds left.
Trojan is going to fly above everything. Take down Nobarani. Nug is going to trade it out. Oppenheimer super low in HP, popping his flashes. Avocado is going to be planting that spike. Looks like he faked it originally, but now he's going to come
Spike
back.
planted.
Nug trying to get a good wall. Lucky wall bang underneath. Unfortunately, he's off the angle where they need to be. Oppenheimer. Ooh, he's going to take down Nug. Both players were low in HP. It's all going to come down to this.
remaining.
1v2 situation. It is all in SST's favor. Flash coming down.
Last player
Fleming.
standing.
Oh my goodness. Akaza's going to take him down. And Akaza's going to get a double against Fleming. Huge retake by the Bobcats. They're going to be able to bring themselves back into this game. 11-5. Great retake by Akaza.
Yeah, outstanding plays from the Bobcats right here. This was 11-2 3 rounds ago. Now we're looking at 11-5 game. You know what I mean? This is what I love about Valorant. It's that it's never so straightforward as like the game is out of reach. You know what I mean? And the Bobcats are showing that to us right now.
It's because we're in the playoffs, man.
By the way,
Playoffs.
for the watch backers of this stream, all right, I never lost faith in either team, all right? Whole game. I was saying Bobcats are a great team, and I was saying SST is a great team. And before the game started, I said it was going to be a great game.
Don't jinx it.
You know you know what we have right now? A great game. And I don't care.
For sure.
I don't care who wins. I'm
Watch
just glad
this.
we have a great
Watch this.
game.
Nug is going to peek. Ooh, he's not going to get anything. He's going to get out of there.
Getting out of the way though is very smart. Yeah, and getting that quick rotation all around already. It's smart, but the defenders are reading it like a book. So let's hope they don't rotate all the way around to A and do like the most typical play. It looks like they're not going to. They're going to be rotating around to B, playing it smart, playing it fast,
Yeah.
doing what they've done that's actually worked for them, which is what I like. They're taking note of what's working.
Yeah,
and
Jet already
repeating
dashing
it.
onto the side. He's going to
Let's
take
go.
down. He's not going to get taken down anybody. Oppenheimer's going to get a double. Nug is going to trade it out. Oppenheimer's a 3v3 situation. Avocado is going to be planting down that spike. So
Spike planted.
great holds from the teams. You know, right now it looks like the defensive side of the Bobcats, they need to retake this. Nug has an op, so this is going to be really tough to be able to help the team out in the close quarter combat, but we'll see what he's got. Jung is posted up on top of the box. This could be deadly as he might get really good positioning on the defensive side of team. Turtles had no
enemy
idea.
remaining.
Oben's going to TP out of there, and he's going to spot Nug with the op, take him down, and SST are able to climb back into another round win. 12-5 match point against the Bobcats.
Save that one in your highlight reel, Jung. Woo, that was a good play. Yeah, no, beautiful round overall. I mean, obviously SST just played a little bit better there, winning with 3 people alive, but, you know, BES, again, still has got a chance in this game, still playing hard, and still giving their best efforts right now, you know. Hats off to both teams right now. Good games so far, and excited for the rest of it.
Absolutely. What a great game this is so far. Look at where right now we got Bucky posted up with Nug right now. Let's see what he's got. He's going to be posted up A short as SST are slowly working their way towards A. Oh my goodness, the timing is insane right now against Fleming. Fleming's going to peek it. He's not going to capitalize or get anything off of the Bucky, unfortunately. Fleming's going to take him down. Schrodinger's working himself onto that site. The breach utility is going out to delay. They're going to get that spike planted. Avocado. Ooh, KJ ult going down to delay from Fleming. So this could be big.
Yeah, I don't know if the Bucky on match point was the best play, but hey, Fleming and Jung over here getting some picks to shorten this round a little bit more. Turtles and Nobarini are all alone right now, coming from CT and the short stairs right now. And
player standing.
oh yeah, that Sova ult is going for people,
all-
but Fleming gets one. Yeah, no, it's all up to Turtles right now.
It's all up to Turtles
All
with the
up to
Stinger
Turtles.
in a 1v5 against Vandals and one Bucky. He's going to get spotted out by the Sova Dart. Low HP, not much you can do.
Attackers win.
Schrodinger's going to capitalize it. SST, they are going to take map 1 of the day, 13-5 against Bobcats. And what a game. And wow, what a series we have going on because it's best of 3.
Yeah, that it is. And yeah, beautiful game from SST. Beautiful first game from SST. Hats off. I mean, y'all played amazing. You know, Bobcats did so good. Bobcats are a great team, and y'all just played a great game against them. But that doesn't mean to get a big head. That means the Bobcats are going to come back next game with some vengeance, all right? And y'all got to be prepared for it. not just y'all. Bobcats, y'all going to know SST's coming back with a chip on their shoulder, and y'all got to take advantage of that, right? So, like Mark said, we've got a good series start, and we've got a good series ahead of us.
Absolutely. Can't wait. That was just the first game of the day. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in. But please stay tuned later as we move on into the day. We have plenty more games. It is the playoffs. We're back here at Valorant. You know, we missed it. We were off for the entire month of March, so it's great to see everybody back here in April. But yeah, what a game. SST, they just executed it really well. Huge shout out to Schrodinger, absolutely on fire. MVP of the game for sure. He just was popping off every single round. He played, he executed it well, and he had allowed his team to set up for success for the entire game.
I mean, and towards the end of the game there, Avogadro, I'll tell you, there's nothing scarier than a Sova with good lineups, all right? There's not a lot much scarier than that in Valorant, because a Sova with good lineups is just going to tell where the other team is the whole game, and that's exactly what they did. And, yeah, beautiful game. A beautiful game from SST, but good games to both teams.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. That was a great game, but I believe it is a best of 3, so they are not out yet.
Yeah, not out yet.
We should be going into the next map, and I believe it's going to be Ascent. Same teams, SST versus Bobcats, so super excited. That was not too bad of a first game, so obviously the score might not have been in the favor for the Bobcats, what they would have anticipated or wanted, since their game didn't really go their way, and it just looked like SST, they were able to capitalize a lot of the, you know, the chemistry, the utilities that they were able to get onto those sites, hold the sites, and yeah, huge plays between both teams. But SST at the end of the day just came out on top on this one.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a Haven itself. I mean, Ascent as well, and they're attacker-sided maps, you know. And so if you're losing like they were losing in the first half on defense, you know, it's kind of understandable. It's an attacker-sided map. The attackers have a little bit of an advantage. But if you're losing that bad whenever you're on offense, you kind of have to be worried, because then you're going to the side where you're going to have the disadvantage next. So, again, just GGs to both teams. Y'all played the scenarios amazingly. Y'all both played great. Hats off to both teams. Just, yeah, SST played a little bit better, and let's see how the rest of the series is going to go. We got a best of 3 going on.
Yeah, no, can't wait. And this is just for SST and the Bobcats for now. In the series later on in the day, we're going to have the Holmes Huskies versus Cast B. So that should also be a really good matchup as we get in towards this afternoon. But yeah, not too bad, not too shabby for a first game. I think Haven's a great map. I think it's always fun to watch. Not only that, just fun to play. Yeah. You know, it has great layouts, great verticality, just
and
good.
It's nostalgic.
Yeah, it's one of the OG maps.
Beta.
It's one of the OG maps. You know,
if you're a Valorant beta player, you know, like Haven was the GOAT map back then. You know, like you got it 7 times in a row, and you hated it back then, but when you get it now, it's like, I love this map. You know?
Yeah. No, definitely. Can't wait.
I believe we're going to be taking a break. So
yes,
we'll probably be back in 15 minutes or so, 15, 30 minutes. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back. Until then, I'm Tanner.
I'm Zova.
Walkouts, okay? Oh my god, I love that so much. Let's go. That was so cool.
Welcome back, everybody, to the R20 Premier Esports League here at Techport Esports Arena. Welcome. My name is Zova.
My name's Tanner.
And we're here at the R20 playoffs of April. So welcome, welcome. We got a next game coming up. We just came off of the first game. We had SST versus Bobcats. So SST came out on top, map 1 on Haven. They came out to a total of 13-5 against Bobcats. So now it's a best of 3 series. We're going into the next map on Ascent. So super stoked. Last game was pretty intense. So hopefully this next game is going to be even better.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we got to see SST go off. We got to see some of Bobcat's like formulation strategies to counter that, and you know, we went off to the side after this, obviously, and SST hooping and hollering, cheering and everything. Bobcats were straight to the brass tacks. They were sitting there working on plays. Their coach was having individual talks with each one of them about where they went wrong and different things like that. And I think that's where we're going to see a big difference. I mean, Bobcats are probably going to come back in this game, be a completely different team. Not to mention, we're going to be on Ascent, which is just a lot more fun map to watch than Haven, but not that Haven's a boring map to watch. It's a great map, as we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, here we go into the second map. Looks like the teams are starting to get ready. They're loading up. They're choosing their agents. So looks like SST, they're coming out with Killjoy. We got a little bit of KO, Omen. We got some Fade, and then we got Jet. So should be pretty good matchup. And then on the Bobcat side, we got Flame Trooper with Tejo, Akaza with Breach, Nug with Raze, Killjoy, and then I didn't see the last character.
Yeah, I didn't. But regardless, we've got 2 great teams going against each other, and I'm extremely excited to see what they're going to be doing on Ascent. I don't know who's starting on attacking versus defending because I was not paying attention right there. But regardless, I'm super excited. Both these teams, like I said, are great. We're competing for final spots, you know. We're not competing for, like, the worst spot or the best spot. We're competing for final spots. You know what I mean? That's a big deal. So these teams are taking it extremely seriously, and they're playing the best that they can, or they're at least attempting to play the best that they can play. So, like, you know, this is extremely exciting gameplay we're getting here, folks. I'm pumped. I don't know if you can tell. I'm pumped. I've been waiting for this. Like Mark said, we've been waiting for a couple months because we didn't have last month. We had last month off. So, woo!
Yeah. Nice.
But for real.
But going into the second map, this is going to be big for Bobcats if they want to climb themselves back into the series to go to a map 3 since SST already took off that first game. So Bobcats going into this next game, hopefully they were able to, utilize that break, kind of discuss with the team, the difficulties, the challenges that they were facing on that first map, try to fix those issues, and then try to capitalize and integrate it into the next game so they can fix it and, be able to come out on top against SST so we could get a map 3. But SST, they're doing a great job. They just got to keep doing what they're doing, and, they'll be able to utilize as well. So, yeah, but if I was the Bobcats, though, going into this next game, try to get, regain your momentum, calm, cool, and collected composure, and try to take down the Giants of SST.
Shouts out the R20 production team, though, with those amazing walkout videos, all right, as well as the teams for participating in them. Y'all looked great. They were extremely creative, and it was a very fun video for me to watch.
Absolutely. That was awesome.
Ooh, Oppenheimer and Akaza already trading each other out so far already. Fleming goes down immediately. Beautiful picks to start off. Beautiful flash.
Oh,
my
no,
goodness.
it was not a beautiful
getting
flash.
the headshot back onto them. Not great plays there, but that's okay. We're still looking at a 3v4 scenario right now.
Avocado, you let the avocado spoil right there. Unfortunate event for him. But right now we got a 3v4 situation. So far, Bobcats do have the advantage going into this first pistol round. Schrodinger working his way. He's got a sheriff to work with, so this could be brutal. Gets taken down by Akaza. He's actually going to get 2 more. If he gets 1 more, he's going to get an ace. This is absolutely incredible. A step by Akaza. Oh, and Flame Trooper is slowly going to steal the ace from his teammate. And wow, that was absolutely hilarious.
You can't steal the first ace of the day like that. Come on.
Flame Trooper wanted this. He wanted the attention. He wanted to flex and utilize his ability. He's like, hey, I'm Tejo. What about it? What about it?
No, I would be. I mean, honestly, great round of Bobcats. I'm just making jokes, but I would be mad. All right, Akaza has every right. No, I'm just joking. Great round of Bobcats. Great round of SST as well. Just,
And here we go into the next round. Turtles is going to take down the first pick, stop the SST of Schrodinger. It looks like right now the light buys as coming out into their favor so far against SST Scientists. So they're going to do what they can to be able to utilize this potential on the defensive side of the map. So a great job so far. Looks like SST, they're not going to go and commit fully towards B, but they're going to work their way towards mid. Akaza is ready to get this flash. Nug thinks that they're going cat. Turtles has no idea that they just absolutely crossed mid. It's all going to come down to this engagement with Nug. He's going to take down Fleming. He's going to get the first pick. He's going to get smoked off, but huge angle isn't going to get anything against it, so he's going to get stunned out. He's going to run away, but Fleming is going to be able to... Oh, Nug is going to take down Jug, and Nabaroni up with the Killjoy is going to take down Avocadro, and they're going to go to another round win. Bobcats already are looking hot into the second game, 2-0 against SST. What a great start from them.
Yeah, I mean, Nobaroni, she's going off so far as well, playing good positions so far and getting entries for their team. And we already see a timeout coming from SST. Now, when we tell you these guys are scientists, it's not a joke. They're thinking hard and thinking so hard that they're willing to use a timeout round 3 when most teams wouldn't. You know what I mean? So, I mean, again, last game was a game that we saw some timeouts used way more than we normally see timeouts get used, you know? But also, a fun fact about last game, if y'all were here in viewing, we had an ace come from Schrodinger, and Schrodinger popped his knives and got 4 kills post-plant and then defused the bomb, right? Well, I bet y'all didn't know. We just got word from production team that the ult was purely a fat finger and an accident. So, you know, they accidentally popped the jet ult and then went off and got an ace. So, yeah, what we're saying is Schrodinger make accidents more often.
I think that was just him using the scientific method. I think, you know, that was all he was using formulative, equations to solve that problem. And I think that's what he really did, coming from the scientist team. And I think, honestly, it might have been a fat finger in hindsight, but maybe he's saying that mentally because he knows scientifically it's going to throw off the other team.
Calculated.
If he says that. It's all calculated.
It was all
at the end of the
calculated.
day. It might be a fat finger, but it's still scientifically proven in a factual, event that happened that we witnessed live. Nug is getting super aggressive already off the start of this round. So, wow, Bobcats are absolutely just feeling it. They are feeling confident. They're already up 2-0 against the Scientists. They want to come out. They want to put up a show. They want to show what they're made of here in these playoffs. They don't want to go down without a fight. And SST, I just don't think, they were ready or really expecting this pressure coming from the Bobcats. But Akaza is going to get the first pick onto Fleming, so down goes the Killjoy of the SST team. So far, 5v4 situation, Bobcats favored. Dashes are going down, smokes are going down to delay. It looks like KO's going to flash, take down, Avocado's going to take down Flame Trooper. Down goes the Tejo of the defensive sided team. 4v4 scenario, Akaza and the rest of his teammates are rotating towards the B site. And it looks like SST have been able to get onto that site. Oppenheimer's going to plant that spike, and he's going to cause a big nuclear explosion soon, if they hold it.
Yeah, let's see if the KJ is able to come around and make a big impact on this using some of their utility, because as we've seen, she's able to get quite a bit of that good utility off. So I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do here. We've got Akaza as well as Killjoy, Nobarini, and everybody coming around. Turtles gets one on as well. Schrodinger trades it right back out. Still looking at a 3v3 scenario. Jung gets another one. Now it's a 3v2. Avogadro gets one more. 3v1. And now it looks like SST has almost every advantage in the world. They do got to get that. Yeah, they just got to defend that bomb right now, and they're looking good doing it. Nug has to get to that plant at some point. And, now it's a 1v1 scenario, so they have every opportunity to get over there, but no time. And that's just how that round goes. First round for SST, now we're looking at a 1-2 game. Wow. Beautiful round from SST.
I honestly think the reason they really were able to get that spike to, come out is because Oppenheimer planted it. That guy, he scientifically planted the spike. It all is calculated. And it's just simple chemistry. It's just simple.
Chemistry, radiology, Scientology, like all these things, right? Jung, Oppenheimer, Schrodinger, Fleming.
Oh, radioactive activity going on, too.
Yeah.
A lot of radioactive activity. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it was Jung and, Jung for sure. I don't know who else, but Jung for sure did work with radiology.
Oh, nice.
With like, I can't think of the word right now. Radioactivity stuff. Gamma science, like Bruce Banner. There we go. Anyways,
Look at this dagger.
Yeah, that's an amazing
Look.
dagger. Oh my god.
Oh, not able to get anything, unfortunately.
I mean, they got
this dead
information off
dash,
that.
but Schrodinger, he's feeling it
Oh,
and gets taken down by
Novarini
Nabarani.
goes off.
Nug is going to take down Oppenheimer. So far, great hold from the Bobcats. The rest of the team have already rotated towards the back of A site. The attackers of SST have been able to, they really did get pinched back here towards the back line and this A long area. So unfortunately, they weren't able to get much from the push of Oppenheimer and Schrodinger. So 45 seconds left. You got to make a decision, either rotate now or stick it, wait for the time to go out, and then push towards the end. But this is looking really good hold so far. Look at this huge flank from Fleming. They have no idea, or Nabarani is on the flank right now.
30 seconds
Oh,
left.
no, sorry. It looks like Fleming is, trying to get a pick at mid towards the back, but not much is happening. You only got 20 seconds left. You have the spike. You have to make a decision soon because, unfortunately, Bobcats, they're going to expect it. Turret goes out. Omen's going to take P onto the site. He's going to take down. No, Nug is going to take him down. Avocado's going to take him down, but Nabarani is going to hold it and trade it off. It is all up to Fleming in a 1v4 situation. 5 seconds left. Not much you can do. He's trying to push this smoke. I'm not too sure. And gets taken down. And SST with the first round win, going 1-3 against the Bobcats.
Yeah, I mean, that was a beautiful opening, or I don't know if it was the opening pick or the second pick, but from Nobarini, just great KJ play. She is holding down sight so well. Like Oppenheimer walked, or I don't remember if it was Oppenheimer or Schrodinger, but one of them walked in that site like they owned it and just immediately got shut down. And that's just exactly what Bobcats need to be doing when SST tries to come into sites like that, This is an attacker-sided map. I mean, it's a little bit more balanced than most, but still, it's a little bit attacker-sided. And, SST's not doing extremely well on the attacker side right now. So let's see if they change anything up with their gameplay.
And what's impressive is SST, although they weren't able to win that round, unfortunately now they don't have economy to be able to buy some better utility and weapons, so they only have pistols to work with and one sheriff from Oppenheimer. So far, it looks like all the utility from the defensive team is going out towards beam in the middle of the map. Oppenheimer is going to take down Turtles through the smoke. Wow, what a shot from him. That's huge. And Nabarani is going to trade down Fleming 4v4 scenario. Looks like they're pushing up towards that market area onto that B site. And Schrodinger and the rest of his team are trying to push up. Oppenheimer trying to get an angle. KO Flash going down. Unfortunately, flashed his teammates really badly. Flame Trooper is actually going to capitalize that and take down Avocadro. Schrodinger is pushing it up. He's going to take down Flame Trooper with the classic. That's a classic play right there. He's going to get that Vandal. They're going to push their way towards the B site. 40 seconds left on the clock. Oppenheimer's going to plant down that spike. We got a 3v3 scenario. And it's anyone's game as now, so far, we got a Vandal to work with on the attackers now. And
Yeah, they got
Oppenheimer with that
Schrodinger the
Sheriff.
Vandal. That's insane.
Yeah, huge push. That pick on Flame Trooper was kind of the reason why they were able to capitalize onto the spike being planted. So we'll see what the SST team is going to be able to do to hold this down. Jung with the first one so far is going to get taken down in the back. Nabarani, unfortunately gets stunned last second. And Schrodinger with the double at the end, saving his team, bringing himself back into this game. 2-3 against the Bobcats. Great take, great execution, and great team players.
Great patience there. That was the big thing, was just like they knew they had classics and they played like they had classics. You know what I mean? And like they waited for good trades and they waited for good angles and good flashes and stuff. And then that's what got them the round, They literally just won a round when they had 4 classics and a sheriff against 5 vandals. You know what I mean? Like, that's just smart gameplay right there. They played very safe and very smart right there, and that's good.
No, I agree. Totally agree with you, Tanner. I think they did a really good job, pushing themselves together. They were all playing off of each other. So if one player went down, there was a trade available. So that's what we like to see, and that's what really helps teams, capitalize onto these moments. And when you have stuff like that, unfortunately, Flame Trooper, he was pinched all alone on B side as the attacker teams of the Cyan SST squad are able to push on from behind him, gets him taken down. The Jung is going to plant that spike, and it's looking really tough retake from the Bobcats so far. Killjoy ult going down. It's going to have to push all the back. It's going to have to push them all back towards the docks. Avocado's trying to get some picks. Great hold by Fleming. Watching the cross. Unfortunately, the Astra smoke didn't go off on time. Nabarani, or Nug, misses the Bucky. Avocado's going to take down Nabarani. It is all up to Turtles. I hope he likes Turtles because it's a 1v5 situation with the Bulldog. What is he going to do? He's going to dink one guy, and he's going to get taken down. It's a tie game, 3-3. Flawless round by SST squad.
Yeah, I'm sure y'all can hear the excitement in the room that's coming from this SST squad as they tie the game up in the second round of the series. Again, this is a best of 3, and they're up 1 game. So tying the game right now is probably a huge incentive for them. And we see a very, very calculated and smart timeout come out of Bobcats right now. Something that is not only necessary, but strongly incentivized. Look at the excitement. You can see these two teams are right across from each other right now. And, you know, obviously we're down to the wire right now. Yeah, look, over here on the left side, you've got the scientists, the School of SST, School of Science and Technology, and then on the right side, you've got the Bobcats, BES. So, I mean, as you can see, these teams are focused in, they're locked in, the coaches are going crazy, the players are going crazy, they're formulating strategies, they're talking about it, and yeah, no, obviously they're getting very loud whenever they win around. So, hats off to both teams right now. Y'all are both playing outstanding. Y'all are giving us a great form of entertainment, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, honestly, I think the reason they were able to capitalize on that round is Flame Trooper was all alone on B, you know, and he didn't have anybody to help him out if he got taken out. There was no trade available, and they were able to take that site super quickly. And it just was such great execution from the SST team to be able to capitalize onto that spike plan. Killjoy ult did kind of delay it a little bit, but Fleming was holding such a good cross, and the smoke of the Omen didn't go off in time from them to cross. And there's moments like that where before you cross, you got to smoke it off. You got to make sure it's good to go. You got to communicate with your team. Hey, is it smoked off? Okay, good. Let's push up together.
Or you have to at least peek it, you know?
Yes, exactly.
Clear your angles.
And, you know, it's just small moments like that that's really going to cost you, and it's really going to be very crucial going in later into this game. And, you know, unfortunately, Bobcats, they just weren't able to see that, and, you know, unfortunately, it fell into their... They fell against SST that round. So hopefully going into this next one's going to be good. Fade, utility going down. Dash. Whoa, he's going to dash himself out. Schrodinger almost got taken down. I think Nug, yeah. Nug got a double on Oppenheimer. Schrodinger, but he's going to get a third. Nug absolutely the triple.
Wow.
And Turtles taking down Fleming. It is all up to Jug and Avocado on the site. The spike has not yet been planted yet. Jug is going to fake it. And Nug with the 4K. Absolutely insane. And Bobcats they finally awoken from, you know, the scary 3 rounds that they just lost in a row, and now they're capitalizing in that lead once again, 4-3 against SST. Great hold, great, you know, retake, and that was a good way to stop the SST squad.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, a timeout is a great way to break up some of that momentum, you know? And taking a timeout, formulating a strategy specifically for what SST is doing a lot this game, which is rushing B, you know? That's what the Bobcats have been good at defending, and I have no clue why SST went back to that exact same push that hasn't worked for them, but they did, and it worked out very well for the Bobcats. Now they're looking at a 4v3 advantage right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. I couldn't agree more with that one. So we'll see going into this next round. We got a smoke going off. Omen, Junk put smokes, helping his team. Smoke is actually going to fade away. Let's see if Turtles can spot Schrodinger. Oh, spots the edge of his Vandal. So he knows that he's there. Oh, just unfortunate timing. Puts the smoke out. Schrodinger actually crossed before Astra would have known. And it looks like they're doing a cat A push.
Ooh, Akaza
is there. He is there back line with Nug. They're both posted plan. They're both in an incredible spot to actually delay the attacking team of SST. So I actually think that's a really cool spot that they're both in right now, because now that pick actually delayed the attackers of SST, so it's forcing them to having to rotate towards middle now. So they're slowly working their way towards mid. All 4 players. Tejo and Killjoy. It's all going to come down to these gunfights coming up soon, and it looks like the Bobcats have noticed that nothing's going on at A.
30 seconds left.
Go ahead and rotate. 30 seconds left. They're all pushing towards market as we speak. Spike is being... oh! Avocado's going to get a double on Nug and Nabarani, so down go 2 members so far. Great picks by him. They're going to catch down that spike, but it looks like KO is able to get it, and he's going to plant down that spike. So good job from the SST team. They're going to be able to plant that spike. Looks like that Astra ult is going to come out by Turtles to cut off and a block towards the Bobcat or towards the SST team. Smokes are going down, slow pushes are, and it's all going to come down to these trades. Here we go. They're pushing onto that site. Turtles is going to take out Schrodinger. Flame Troopers going to take down Fleming. It is a 3v2 situation. Jung, great pick on him, 2v2. They're holding it down onto the site right now. Spike has been planted. Time is clicking. Here we go. Avocado's going to take down Akaza. It's going to be a 2v1, and here we go. Jung with the save.
Wow.
And wow, great hold, great plan, and great execution from the SST team. Tie game against the Bobcats 4-all.
Yeah, 3-3, 4-4. This game is packed with action and ready for the next round. With BES slightly leading in the score, with BES slightly leading in the score, and then SST comes back every round. It's just round after round, we get action to action to action. It's great. We're going baby on baby over here, and that's exactly what's happening. It's beautiful.
Yeah, what a game we have going into the second game. Very different from the first. It looks like the Bobcats are finally feeling it. They're trying to, fight their way back into this series. Crucial map win for them. So they need to keep going and keep pushing and doing what they're doing. And they should be able to put up a good fight against SST. So far in the lead in the series, 1-0.
Good stun right there.
Absolutely.
Good, yeah, beautiful stun right there. Oh, and they got the Ignite as well. They got the Ignite kill.
Oh, nice. I didn't even notice.
No, that was a beautiful play from Akaza right there. The stun right behind the Ignite, that was great.
Ooh, Nabarani on the flank.
This could be big! Oh my god, that was her
We just heard an entire
You just heard her screaming!
from panic mode. I don't think Nabarani had any idea is going to get the spike. Is she going to get another one? No.
Oh my
Get
god.
taken down by Jung, traded out, but Akaza is going to take down another 2v4 scenario. SST, it's looking a little scary right now. They got two Vandals to work with, but great push from the flank by Nabarani. That really cut it off. Akaza, great shot from the middle, trying to count off that cross. Jung, it is all up to you. Here we go. Who's going to win it?
30 seconds left.
Akaza's going to get tagged up pretty well. Stun is going down. Jug is slowly working his way towards B. He does have the spike, but Flame Trooper is going to take him down. 5v4. We have another round win from the Bobcats and another winning-sided map. So here we go. 5-4. Good job. Good round from them.
No, good round, good game. Nobarini, you single-handedly just made me laugh harder than I've laughed today with that scream, so thank you. No, that was a great round. That was a fun round to watch. And like I said, Bobcats are up one round right now. They're slowly taking the lead every single other round, and then SST is kind of putting it back into play, so putting themselves back into play. So it's intriguing to see what they're going to do here, how they're going to respond.
For sure. And I'm not going to lie, that scream scared me more than
It scared me so
what happened. I was like, whoa, what's going on? Like, are we safe? Are we, is this okay? Is this a good stream? But we're just good. We're vibing. We're moving up towards B right now. SST. So far, we got all the Astra orbs set up. Killjoy of Fleming is going to be popped towards that B phase. Utility being dropped out. Killjoy turrets being posted up. And it looks like SST, they're pushing onto that B, and this should be an easy plan. No issues going on here, and it's all going to come down to this retake from the Bobcats.
Yeah, like I said, that B site really seems to work for SST. Like, I have no clue why they ever try to straight rush A like they've done a few rounds. But, hey, I mean, I get the variations. Oh my goodness, Schrodinger with a spray down double. What a disgusting spray down in the middle of my conversation. Jung with another one on Nobarini. Yeah, no. It's now a 5v2. Three people have been taken out of the round already. Bobcats are probably just going to save here. Maybe they're going to do a slow push up through market or something, but it's looking like it would be smart to save here from Nug and Flame Trooper. Yeah. We're going to see a save here. Good plays. Be smart. Oh, and they get it. Oh, never mind. Avogadro gets a pick on the way out.
A great round from SST, tying it up once again, 5-5 against the Bobcats. It's back and forth this game. It's anyone's game.
We call this game a yo-yo.
Yes, so flip a coin at this point. Flip a coin. Heads or tails?
Like, it's one of those scenarios where, like, really it could just be whoever gets the slightest bit of momentum going, The slightest bit of momentum is just going to carry whoever gets that momentum onto the rest of this game, so.
Yeah. Look at this pre-nade so far from Nug. This actually could be big if they go towards the A side, but not much is going on. Nug is actually going to get aggressive, actually. He's going to push up with a little boom bot. Let's see. Yeah, the turret's going to go off. I don't think Nug realizes that the whole team is there, so that could be scary.
Smart to back off, though.
Yeah, because he's all alone on A. If he gets taken out, that's a huge push from the SST squad to be able to utilize and capitalize on. So we'll see. Jump peeks going out by Fleming to see if they can get anything. Nug hiding towards the back line. This is a great area, but the only problem is it could be really scary. But Fleming has no idea. Nug is going to peek it, take him down. Akaza is going to take down Oppenheimer, but Schrodinger is going to trade it off and take down Akaza. So we got a 3v on 3. Nug is going to back off, play a little bit defensive. The attackers of SST, looks like they're going to work their way towards B, but what a huge blink by Nabarani. These huge lurks going on from that B push, and now they're going to be able to pinch from both sides against the attacking SST squad, but oh my gosh, the timing could not be any worse from both teams right there. They just both crossed paths with each other. That was very scary. Avocado's going to plant down that spike. Nug and his teammate are going to push up. Schrodinger's actually going to take down Turtles 2v2, and Schrodinger's actually doing it right now. He's going to get a double, but Nabarani coming in clutch this round with the double, taking down Schrodinger and Avocado and bringing their team once again into the lead, 6-5 against SST. What a round from the Bobcats, and what a great play from Nabarani that round. Wow.
Yeah, Nabarani, however I say your name. Big brain, big gun. You went crazy that game, girl. Let's go. Or crazy that round, sorry. But yeah, beautiful. And look, 4 ults on Bobcats right now. We've got 2 ults, almost 3 ults on the side of Scientists, but 4 ults, on Bobcats. Bobcats have a lot of advantage right here. This might be the momentum we were just talking about.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to capitalize on, just like what Nobarani did that last round. You know, she pushed up, utilized, you know, even though it was defensive, wasn't hearing anything B, she was like, you know what, I'm going to lurk a little bit. I want to see if I can get like a pick or two. And what do you know? Was able to capitalize, shoot somebody in the back, and then back off, and then able to clean it up towards the rest of the round. So it's stuff like that that's really going to be crucial into this game, and it's really going to throw off the players. But a little bit of regression from Nug. I'm not too sure if that was the play or not. Jug is actually going to take him down, but we'll see as Turtles is trying to get the spray control down, takes down Oppenheimer's trade. 4v4 situation. Schrodinger gets pinched into the corner by Turtles, but is Turtles going to get aggressive? Yes, but Avocado's going to take down Turtles and Akaza together. Schrodinger's going to help him out, take down Flame Trooper. It's all up to Nobarani, and unfortunately, that just wasn't the best round from the Bobcats, but a great round from SST. Their aggression really threw them off, and here we go, 6-all.
All 4 ults got used.
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
By who? The defenders or the attackers?
The defenders, Bobcats.
Wow.
Well, I guess not actually, because it's fresh half. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I just saw that there were no ults. It's fresh half. I'm stupid. Sorry.
It was the last round, the first half. So.
No, it's the first round in the last half.
Oh yeah.
But I just saw all the no ults, and I was like, dang, they use all their ults. Like, no, it's just a new half.
Yeah, so you had to. That was the play. Should have used your ult if you had it available. Absolutely.
But I mean, 6-6, guys, folks, you can't ask for a better game. Like, this has been a lot of fun to cast. It's been a lot of fun to watch, and it's been, I imagine, a lot of fun to play in. A lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, and a lot of pressure.
Look at this fast aggression from the Bobcats going towards middle right now, towards this market area. They smoked off towards the back spawn. They're going to work their way towards the B site. We got Fleming and Avocado posted up here, but this rotation is crucial. We got 4 SST members that have already rotated towards B, and we're going to see a lot of gunfights going on. Avocado and Schrodinger are going to take down Nug and Akaza. Avocado is going to take down Nobarani, but Flame Trooper is going to take down Avocado, and Turtles traded up. It's a 3v2 situation right now in SST's favor so far. 1 minute left. Turtles and Fleming. Oh, Fleming just looked away right when Turtles pushed up onto that top part of the site. And Jung and Flame Trooper, good trades between both teams. What is a 1v1 situation? Turtles is all towards the back site right now. Turtles has the spike, but 40 seconds left. Is trying to play.
Good hit.
Yeah, they're just trying to play peekaboo with each other right now. They're trying to see who can get a pick off of each other. Turtles is going to fake the plant. Slowly.
30 seconds
It's anyone's
left.
game right now. I don't think Jug realizes that Turtles. Oh, he does. It's all going to come down to this. Oh, my goodness. They just keep walking past each other.
My nerves are going crazy right now.
Turtles has to plant in order to remain into this round or take down Jug.
Oh!
Jung
Good
just
pick from
catches
Jung
Turtles
right
in the
there.
side of the head, off of the heady. It's going to take him down, and SST finally get themselves into the lead for the first time of this game. What a great first round of the second half. Great job from them.
Whew, my nerves are going crazy right there. They were just playing peekaboo. Hide and go seek. Goodness gracious. That was a crazy round. But, yeah, no, just like Mark said, first time SST's taking the lead this game. That's super exciting for them. But also, that's super exciting for the Bobcats because now they have a reason. You know, now they're on that comeback side. And they've been playing good this whole game, you know. They've got some good stat lines going on their side right now. So they have all the opportunity in the world right here to take off with this. But SST is looking pretty good on this defending side. Fast with their rotations and everything. We've got a fast B push coming from DS right now.
Yeah, especially from an eco round coming from them. So a lot of sheriffs coming out. It looks like they're not going to fully commit towards B just yet. I think they are playing for picks to see if any of the defenders of the SST team get a little bit greedy and confident and try to capitalize off of that. But slowly but surely, they're going to work their way and walk towards B. They're trying not to make as much noise, but the spike is mid. So I wonder if they're trying to do like a double push both sides of B. I'm not too sure. But this could be really crucial. Great nade from Nug. Ooh, Fleming is kind of pinched right here. Lost a lot of HP from that. That was a little scary. Nubarani is going to take down Oppenheimer. First pick of the round so far. Great shot from them. They're going to push up towards the middle, and Fleming isn't going to get anything from the spray. Akaza is actually going to take him down, and so far it's a 5v3. And they're working their way towards the spawn. I like this push. Catch the defenders off guard. I like this very much. And look, looks like they're trying to go to A instead. Nug is going to take down Avocado. Let's see what Jug's got. Jug's going to take down Nobarani. He's going to push himself onto that site. Doesn't know that there's two more players, but he's going to use a great... Oh my goodness, a great flash from him in a 3K so far to keep themselves back to this game. 8 seconds left. There's not much time. Akaza has to do something in order to bring himself. 3 seconds remaining. He doesn't see the Jung, and Jug is just going to play peekaboo. And wow, incredible clutch, incredible save by Jung to keep SST into the lead in this game. And wow, great round from them, and they go up 8-6 against the Bobcats once again.
So as much as I wanted it to be Bobcats' momentum after that one round, it looks like SST has gotten a little bit of momentum coming into the second half, and they are feeling really good about it. You know, Bobcats, they're trying. They're definitely making some good, smart plays. They're not being overly aggressive. They're not making any, like, really stupid plays or anything. But what I think the biggest difference is when you look at the map in the corner, you see the way SST's vision is. They cover almost their entire side of the map with their vision. But Bobcats are only really ever looking at a couple spots on the map, you know? And that's just one of the big differences right there in these last 2 rounds alone. So pay attention to that if you're watching from home. Pay attention to that over these next few rounds and see the difference in who's got the most vision.
For sure. And we're seeing half buys coming out between both sides of the teams playing right now. So looks like they're just trying to play picks. No fast pushes just yet. Got a minute to work with. Spike is mid. Nobody's watching mid on the SST side, so that's pretty, it's a little interesting, but it looks like we're seeing Fleming is going to peek with that classic. Oh, just in time. Actually didn't see anybody, so looks like Bobcats have made their way towards grass right now. And Nug is getting super aggressive. Akaza's going to get a double on Schrodinger and Oppenheimer. Huge picks from him. 5v3 situation. Jung with the huge flank onto the team. He's going to get 2. Jung is going to get a double on Nug and a Nubarani, but Turtles is going to trade down Fleming. 3v2 situation in Bobcats' favor. Jung is super low in HP, so let's see what's going on. Turtles is planning down that spike. They've been able to get it onto the site just in time, and it looks like the defenders of SST are trying to retake now. Here we go.
Giving up that position a little bit too early, just after seeing the corner of the head peek out from the peek out from the angle. It's not a bad shot to take, but Flame Trooper's going to come through and get the double to close out the round. Beautiful round from the side of BES right there. And way to get some of that momentum back. We're looking at an 8-7 game now. Still extremely close, folks. Wow. Oh my God. Baroni was screaming again.
BYB fam.
She scared
Going
me.
to Astral to do them
Again?
Astral Guardian
Yeah, did you
things
hear
like
it?
You got jump scared?
Yeah. It's like
It's a horror game.
I heard it like a second before, and then we saw the feed on the screen, and I was like, from the kills, and I was like, oh my god.
Nice.
No, because like, yeah, we'll just be watching, and I'm just sitting here like, yeah, this happening, that's happening. Oh my god, like, it's very funny,
Getting goosebumps now.
right? It's like I'm reading Goosebumps, right, from R.L. Stein back when I was a kid. That was their name, right? R.L. Stein, yeah.
I don't know. You're asking me a question I don't know, so I can't you know, support your take if I don't know, unfortunately. But hey, shoot, you might be right. Oh my gosh, Nug is gonna blast himself onto the site. An absolute dome jung to the face. He's gonna get onto that site just in time, and this should be a very fast plant if they can get that planted pretty quickly. Frame Trooper's gonna get it down, and here we go. SST, they are playing retakes, but Turtles with the Ares, this could be deadly if he decides to wallbang right above on that Heaven A control. Here we go. It is going to be Trade City in just a second, as we're gonna see both teams come into gunfights just shortly. Here we go. Oppenheimer gets Turtles. Schrodinger's gonna be no murmuring. Trade's going down between both teams. Avocadro's gonna get a double, and SST are gonna go up a lead once again. 2 more rounds ahead of Bobcats, 9-7. Wow, what a round! And unfortunately, the Bobcats just were able to, you know, maintain that spike control and that site control after they planted. And yeah, SST, you know, were able to capitalize off of that momentum.
Yeah. And on top of all that, the Omen got to hang on to their ult as well. So we still have an ult that Omen can use this round. We also have Schrodinger and Avogadro one away from getting their ult, as well as on the other team we have 2 ults from the Flame Trooper Tejo and the Astra, the Turtles. So, you know, we could get a couple ults and some really good fights this round, but we still see these defensive players kind of playing aggressive towards this B site line.
Oh my goodness, look, Oppenheimer and Schrodinger getting aggressive towards Flame Trooper and Nug so far, but nothing too busy.
SST.
The dagger's going out. Looks like, oh, look at this lurk, though, by Nobarani. Once again, Nobarani with the lurk so far this game has been pretty intense against SST. I'm not too sure SST are aware of this just yet, but yeah, Nobarani's gotta pick off on somebody on A to help the team be able to rotate, because it looks like right now SST, they do have that B control posted up pretty well. You got Killjoy mid, you got Fade right between Market and the staircase, but here we go. Nug is getting super aggressive. Oppenheimer's getting taken down. Akaza's going to trade it out. Fleming and Akaza's going to take down Oppenheimer just as well. So it is a 4v3 so far. The defenders have already rotated, but look, right now, Nobarani on that lurk once again, like we were talking about earlier. Schrodinger's going to trade it out. Flame Trooper is going to take him down. It is all up to Avocadro in a 1v3 scenario. 25 seconds left. Bobcats should be able to get this plant onto that A site, and let's see what that KO of Avocadro's got for this.
Yeah, this is a very interesting scenario for Avogadro. Oh, but they're able to get 1 already. And if you get 1, you know the second one's easier. And if you get 2, that just makes the third one all that much harder to get. So it's going to be one of these scenarios where they've got util, they've got some, let's see how they use it. Let's see if they get these peaks going right. You know, very little amount of health. Nobody's peeking or playing dumb right now. Bobcats are smart, and they want the win on this round. And it'd probably just be smart for Avogadro to go ahead and save, because they're not going to have a lot of time. But they can also hide behind this wall. But, you know, the Tejo abilities and, yeah, the Astra abilities are going to come through. Oh, but the Astra suck actually made him dodge the missiles from the Tejo.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but no time to defuse now. Like
oh, my goodness. Wow. Got a little bit scary, but good job on Flame Trooper. He stayed all the way until the end. Unfortunately, he had to take his own life that round, but it executed very well for the Bobcats, and they were able to bring themselves back another round into this game. So 1 round away to be able to tie it up.
You know, and ironically, both of them dying there was really bad for their econ. Because now, you know, the Tejo, next round, if they don't win here, they won't be able to afford another Vandal. You know, it would have been really important if Flame Trooper could have kept that Vandal, like got out and kept that Vandal, knowing that Avogadro didn't have time to defuse. You know what I mean? They probably should have just bolted, and they would have been able to save that. But now they're kind of stressed for econ. So that's kind of a big deal right there. That's another stressor that's adding on to this round. Sorry.
Nug right now with the Bucky against Fleming. Fleming, oh, unfortunate, gets taken down, posted up in the corner. Nug finally executing well with that Bucky in the series. Hasn't been able to get any luck from any of his Bucky's experiences in the past, but finally one taps Fleming in the head, and we're seeing the Killjoy going out. We're going to see a Raze ult potentially going out as well. We'll see, possibly not. But I like this. Flame Trooper gets a pick on Avocadro, so two members of the SST squad get taken down. This could be deadly if the Bucky is coming in clutch right now from Fleming or Nug. Oh, wow. Huge round from him. And we see a tie game, 9-9. SST versus Bobcats. What a series we got onto the second map.
Going into our 19th round of this game, and we have a tie game, folks. This is about as fun as Valorant gets right here with just a 9-9 stat line. You know, teams being similar in stands of econ, teams being similar in stands of ultimates. You know, we've got 3 ultimates on the side of Bobcats. We've got 2 ultimates, almost 3 ultimates on the side of the Scientists. We've got almost full guns from both teams right now. I really don't know why Nobaroni is saving, because maybe they just like the stinger. Who knows?
We're seeing a fast
I'm not
push.
judging.
Possibly from Bobcats? No. Okay. I thought that breach was just gonna full send it right there. I thought he was gonna pop ult, thought they were gonna flash, and then we're gonna see Nug like do some crazy stuff with his satchels. But okay, no, it looks like they're.
Yeah, we're not in pubs.
I think they're baiting. I think they're baiting SST right now. I think they're trying to make some noise on A. I actually don't. Oh, actually no. I think they are gonna go A after all. But I wonder if they're just kind of baiting out, kind of waiting the time, trying to see if SST will over-rotate and not have everybody there ready to go to help them. But look at this lurk from Nobarani. I wonder if that's going to come into handy later in this round. Here we go, all 4 members as they're pushing up. The breach ult gets taken down, but they don't check their corners as Jung is going to get 3.
Wow!
Up on top of the box. What a great hold from SST that round, and Nobarani unfortunately can't do much as the rest of the team fell apart, and Fleming is going to trade it out. Flawless round from SST, and they go up into the lead once again.
See that right there?
You got to check your corners.
That's what you don't want to happen.
You have to check your corners.
You have to, especially because you have every other sight line smoked off. You don't have vision into sight prior. You know what I mean? Like if you have a Sova, if you have a KO, if you have a Fade, if you have something of that nature, you don't have to clear that angle. But because you don't have any players like that, because you don't put Breach, Ignite in the corner or anything like that, you have to clear that angle. You have to.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if there was a flash that was thrown out by Avocadro. I think a flash would have been crucial there in that scenario because obviously it didn't look like, what's his face, Jung, or not Jung, from the Akaza, I don't think there was a flash that was used.
It probably was. It's just not going to hit against that wall. You know what I mean? For somebody that's standing against that wall as well. You know what I mean?
I still think, you know, there just wasn't proper flashes thrown out that and it just wasn't, unfortunately, executed well on the Bobcat side. But hopefully they can regain their composure into this next one. Looks like they're trying to do the same thing once again. Nobarani on the lurks towards the B area. Spike and Nug are kind of towards the top mid A-ish area. So it looks like they're trying to do the same thing. They're just going to try to execute a little bit better this time. Jung isn't posted up in that corner this time. So hopefully if they do the same thing, compared to last round, they could be able to, capitalize onto it. But Oppenheimer has their ult, so that could be crucial. Nug, first pick on Jung. That's big. Can take him down on grass. So down goes their star player from the last round. So now you got 5-4, but you got to hurry because now that the rest of the defenders of the SST are going to start rotating. Great push by Nug, helping the team out. Great calls. Fleming's going to trade out Nobarani, but it was okay. That was the lurk coming across the map. But Avocadro is trying to delay some, pressure onto the Bobcats. It's going to take down Akaza. 3v3. Avocadro is super low in each. All going to come down to these gunfights as Nug on the flank is going to get a double and get that 4K. All he needs is one more, and he gets the ace this round. Avocadro is super low in HP. We're going to see what's going to happen as we're seeing Nug. He's trying to find this last one to get the first ace of the day. Can he do it? Let's see. I think Avocadro might possibly save this round, so we'll see. But so far, what a great round from the Bobcats. Possibly going to be tying it up into this next round, going 10-10. What a series that we have so far. Nug slowly working his way. All he has to do is check left corner. All he has to do is check left. Oh, just sees him. And we have it, everybody. We have the first ace of the day. And second ace of the day. But wow, 10-10. What a map, Tanner.
Yeah, no, I'm impressed with both teams. I'm outstandingly impressed with both teams. Huh? No, Schrodinger got an ace in the first game with the knives. It was an ace. Yeah. Because I thought it was a 4K as well, but Ali came over here earlier and confirmed that it was an ace.
That's incredible. Wow. We just got aces back-to-back games.
Yeah.
Wow.
Different characters as well, both from Duelists.
This game is crucial for Bobcats if they want to go to a game 3.
And
every round is huge.
For our sake, I really hope we do go to a game 3, folks. So let's hope, you know, they get some momentum going right here and close out this game, because as we know, Valorant games have to be won by 2 rounds. So you can't end the game 1 round over your opponent.
Ooh, so it looks like Schrodinger's finally bringing out the operator. I think the first time this entire game, Jung is going to get the first one on Noborani, so down goes Nobi.
Oh,
Oppenheimer's
wow.
going to trade as well on Turtles, so unfortunately Oppenheimer's going to get out just in time before the raise nade does a lot more damage. Schrodinger, is he going to get anything?
Oh,
wow,
wow.
Oppenheimer is challenging pinking that as well. Even damage to delay more pressure against the Bobcats. That's huge from them. Oppenheimer's using all her utility. Schrodinger possibly might get a pick on Akaza. Yes, he does. Nug is going to trade out Oppenheimer, and another op shot gets taken down. Schrodinger is going to bring themselves back into another round win, into the lead against the Bobcats, 11-10.
Yeah, that was a great round from SST, but SST this whole game has been following up great rounds with not great rounds. So, you know, we gotta time out here, okay? And here's the thing, just like Mark said, Bobcats have to win this game if they want to go to a game 3. You know, if they don't win here in this game, that's it for them. I don't know if that means they're not in the finals, but that definitely means they've lost the best of 3. So they're not going to be placed above SST by any means, right? So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it also means they won't be going to the finals. So this is, again, this is action-packed today, folks. This is real tournaments, you know? Like, a lot of the tournaments we have are just, they're round robins and they're for placements throughout the season. This is what it's all going toward, is these playoffs, and then next month, the finals. You know, it's for placements to get into the finals and then to play in the finals and then hopefully to win it. And both of these teams are trying to get the honor to get a chance to win it. So, a lot of pressure on this game, folks. So that's why we've seen so many timeouts come from both of these teams throughout the last 2 games, even when it's just a 1-round disparity or a very little disparity in most regards, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure. And, you know, with all the pressure, you know, coming into this next game, it's all on the Bobcats to be able to do everything they can to keep themselves going into the game 3 onto another map. So, yeah, crucial round. Looks like Noborani isn't able to fully buy with the team, as well as Turtles and Flame Troopers, so it looks like they're going to have to kind of light buy when we got 2 Vandals, but we do have a couple ults available to work with, so possibly if they're not going to be used this round, for sure the next round, but Schrodinger with that operator coming out really changed the game, and it looks like Bobcats are finally trying to do a B push, so we will see as all the utils are being taken down.
Yeah, that operator staying on A is not going to be super helpful for them unless, you know, we see a real big rotation coming out soon. I mean, we see some slow push coming from the Bobcats right now. So I would assume that's going to be followed by a rotation for their last gameplay. But, you know, that wall just got thrown down. They don't have vision on the site now. It's probably smart for them to rotate.
Yeah.
And like I said, they've kind of been doing that all game, so it was predicted that they would do that. And, you know, we still have this operator on A. So it could end up being extremely
oh my goodness, Oppenheimer
wow.
with a huge lurk on Nug, but isn't able to get any more. Akaza's going to trade it out. Rest of the team is going towards Cat in the A side. It is all up to Jung and Schrodinger. No. What is he able to do? He isn't able to get anything with that first pick. Akaza's going to take it down, but Jung got one during that time period when it was happening with Schrodinger, unfortunately. And so let's see. Ooh. Is he going to pop ult? Yes, he is. Is it going to be back wine? Oh, no. Turtles is going to stop him. He already knew. And it is all post-plant, but Killjoy ult going out. This is going to apply a lot of pressure towards the Bobcats now, as a couple of them are still on that site, and I think one is going to get stunned. We'll see.
Yep, 1 player detained right there.
But they don't know. Fleming is sticking that defuse right now. Huge suck from Turtles. Oh my goodness, Fleming is so low in HP. He wasn't able to get him fully through that smoke, but Fleming is going back at it once again. He's going to fake it. Avocadro is going to take down Akaza. They're doing everything they can to delay more pressure. Fleming is going back at it again. He's going to get taken down. Avocadro with the double.
No time.
Is it enough time?
No
It is
time.
not enough time. And Bobcats are able to delay as much time as they needed onto that spike being defused, and they tie the game once again, 11-all.
This is a game, folks. Like, I am lost for words right now. Like, I'm not even playing in this game. The amount of emotions that are going through me right now, and like the pressure and stress that I'm feeling just from watching this game is outrageous. Like, I cannot imagine what these players are going through right now. Like, almost every round when one team wins, you just hear them screaming right as soon as the round ends. You just hear them just cheering out in excitement. So I can only imagine what these players are feeling right now.
Definitely, definitely. All the pressure, it's all on the line to make the finals. This map for the Bobcats, SST, they are trying to close it out and solidify their 2-0, but only time will tell as we're seeing a back and forth battle between the two teams and the two giants.
I'm heated up right now.
Going into the finals later in May, which is going to be absolutely astronomically insane. So we're going to see what's going to happen. Bobcats slowly working their way towards B. We got a couple lurks. Schrodinger is going to spot a couple from that shoulder peek. He's going to get out of there. 1 minute left on the clock. He's going to let his teammates know that he spotted the spike and a couple members on the A side.
Look at Nug. Look at Nug over there.
Yeah, but all the traps, though, from Killjoy are going to get set off here in a second. Watch.
Yeah, but before the team gets there, you know?
Yeah, but I still think the SST are going to have plenty of time to rotate from
SST
all that.
is going to have plenty of time to
Yeah,
rotate,
see,
but
here
the
we go.
Bobcats have been going back and forth so much they don't know whether they should hard commit to a rotate. You know what I mean? So this is
30
actually a
seconds
really
left.
smart play from the Bobcats. Really, really smart.
Great nade. Fleming has no idea. He's about to get. I think he got a pick. I think he got the pick. Oh, no, he didn't. Wow. Just made it out of that raise nade.
Barely.
Barely made it out. Oh my gosh, Nug.
Got to use that ult at least.
Yeah, didn't use the ult at all. It was kind of like a fake almost.
Yeah, it was just
Oh my
scare
gosh,
tactic.
great peeks from him. Great aggression, Nug. Oh no, he's gonna get tagged for that. Yes, no, not really. He's gonna get stung by the breach ult. And we're seeing, here we come, SST. They are coming out to delay, and they are trying to stop that spike. They are trying to get onto that site. It's a 5v4 situation as we're seeing all of them come onto that site. Akasa's gonna take down one. All the remembers are towards the backside. Kaz is going to get down two, as well as Nug. It is all up to Fleming with the Guardian. Low HP. The spike is going to get defused just soon. And Novarani
Wow.
able to hold it out. Great win by the Bobcats. It is match point.
Match
12 to 11. Bobcats favor. Great round win from them. And wow, everything is on the line now.
Yeah, match point from the Bobcats right now. This has got to be exciting, folks. If SST gets one more round, we will be going into overtime. But this is match point. Technically, you know, Bobcats could take it here. So I'm oh man, like I said, I'm just lost for words right now. This is such a good game, and I'm so happy to be commentating for it and casting for it.
We're so back.
Oh, we're
so
back,
back.
bro.
We're so back. It's not even funny.
Oh yeah, and then starting off with this B push, again, not being aggressive, probably planning for a rotation of some kind, or maybe planning for a fake rotation even. We don't know what their strategy is yet, but we do see a little bit of util coming out, some of those killjoy nades coming out and everything like that, smokes, Astra smokes, everything like a lot
Fade,
of util
oh
going
my
out.
goodness, Fade is all alone. And then look, SST, they're already starting to rotate. They know that they're doing a hard B push on the Bobcats team. They gotta commit, they gotta make a decision soon. 1 minute left on the clock. A lot of util coming out from that Fade, all alone on site, but the jet of Schrodinger and Fleming are able to come help him out.
Yeah, they
I
were
just
ready
don't
for
know.
that A rotation, but there's no A rotation there at all.
Yeah,
They're
I-
just diversifying their troops right now, and oh my goodness, Bobcats are just still waiting on B, which is something they haven't done all game.
Oppenheimer's tucked in
Yeah.
the corner. He might get a pick or two. Watch Oppenheimer. Watch Oppenheimer. Watch, yep, he's going to get Akaza. He's going to get traded out by Nug. Huge play by him. Fleming, low in HP with the Stinger. Not much you can really do. You're all alone. Oh, what a huge trade by Nug on Fleming. That was absolutely crucial for this round to be able to get onto that site. This should be an easy site as nobody is back docks to be able to delay any pressure. Schrodinger with the judge. It's very light buys for SST to be able to fight back into this.
3v4.
A big, big round for them to be able to remain themselves back into this game to be able to go to OT. We're going to see what's going to happen. Schrodinger getting delayed by all the utility. They're going to push up onto his site just here in a second. And here we go. We're going to see, great stuns and flashes from the Omen. Jug taking down Nug. Huge kick by him. But Flame Trooper's going to trade down Schrodinger. Jung is going to get another one. Trades between both teams. It's all up to Jung in a 1v2 situation with the Stinger. He's going to get the run on gun. Ferrari peek on Nobarani. No! Brittles is going to take down Jung.
Bobcats!
And we're going to a map 3. Bobcats get the dub, 13-11. What a match. Wow, great game.
Great game, Bobcats.
Wow.
Wow, way to turn that one around right there. You know, and hats off to SST. Y'all played out of your minds right there. 12-13. That's probably, if not the closest game, one of the closest games we've had in Valorant history at R20. And that is so great. That was a great game. Again, hats off to both teams. Now we get to go to game 3, baby. Let's go.
And that's what we're talking about. Now we're locked in.
We've been locked, but
We're
now
locked in,
now
for sure,
it's,
for
now
sure.
it's like a bolt, you know, like 3 bolt locks. You know, like you ain't getting this thing open. We're locked now.
Yeah, and that was perfect because Bobcats, you know, they were able to kind of get themselves grooving back from that map 1 loss that they had going into that second map. They were like, hey guys, like let's fix our issues, let's work together, and we can absolutely capitalize and beat these guys. And they were able to do it. So here we are, tied series 1-1. It's all coming down to map 3 now on that split.
Yeah, best of 3 right here, and it's on split of all places. Like 3 GOAT Valorant maps back to back to back. Valorant, Ascent, Split. Let's go. But yeah, we're gonna be going to a short break, I believe. Probably about the same amount of time as last time. So let's give us like 15 minutes, and we'll be right back.
Stay tuned for more, guys.
Of course. And thank you for rejoining us over here at R20, the April playoffs over here at the Boeing Center at Techport. My name is Tanner.
My name is Mark.
And we're here to give y'all an amazing day of Valorant. We're on game 3 in a best of 3 series on SST versus the Bobcats A team. And I'll tell y'all what, it's been heating up in here, literally and metaphorically, as we've heard these players screaming, yelling, frightenedly yelling. Like, we've heard all sorts of things coming from these teams today. And the one thing that I've heard from all of it is excitement, pressure, all that. You know what I mean? And these are the playoffs. We're playing for final spots right here. So we're super excited to get into this 3rd game.
Playoffs? Welcome back, everybody, to the R20 Premier Esports League here at Boeing Center at Techport Arena. We're welcoming you guys. We're here going into map 3. SST won the first map 13-5 against the Bobcats. Bobcats last game came into a fight on map 2. There was a whole back and forth battle, but they did solidify their win against SST going into map 3 with a total of a score of 13-11. Super close game between both the teams, a lot of back and forth. So here we are going into map 3. It's anyone's game at this point. Honestly, that last game was incredible. I'm hoping that it's going to continue like that into this next series.
Yeah, 100%. Last game was one of the best games we ever had on stream. 12-13 finishing line, and just a nail biter right up to the end. It was a great game. Sorry if you missed it, but we're going to have another great one right here starting in just a few minutes. Looks like we've got Oppenheimer on Tejo, Jung on Cypher, Fleming on Astra, Avogadro on Breach, Schrodinger on Raze. And then Tejo for Flame Trooper, Akaza on Breach, Nug on Raze, Nobaroni on KJ, and Turtles on Astra. So Nobaroni was actually Nobagiri a couple tournaments ago. She said that she changed her name because she likes pepperoni more. So she changed her name to Nobaroni instead.
Okay.
I just asked her outside, actually.
First bite, everybody knows the rules.
Do what?
First bite, everybody knows the rules. Did you know he was in San Antonio last week for the Final Four?
I did not know
He
that.
did pizza reviews at like all these places here in San Antonio.
I would like to know what he gave Doze.
He actually gave a lot of 8s.
Wow.
1, 6, 7.
I'm
a lot
impressed.
of 8-1s. A lot of 8-1s. 8-1s and then 1-8.
Anyways, getting right into this gameplay. Sorry about that, folks. We're in the first round of Game 3 right now. Let's go. We've got Bobcats on the defensive side defending their hearts out. That is a interesting crosshair. But defending their hearts out right now. We got Schrodinger getting the opening pick onto Akaza, already getting first blood and getting the bomb down as well. It looks like this SST team is on top of their stuff as Fleming gets 2 more picks. Nug trades it right back onto Fleming though. We've got
flash.
2 defenders in heaven right now. A good flash coming out as well as some good utility from the Rays right now. Just clearing out angles that probably aren't going to be cleared out by anybody else, and honestly probably getting some information that's good. So yeah, finding another pick. Oppenheimer is getting 1 more right there, and that's actually going to make this 4-1 round right now. Turtles is all alone trying to find something coming around CT into the corner. They're both going to flip around as soon as they get spotted. Those Tejo missiles are coming out, and Oppenheimer's going to go ahead and get 1 more right there. So beautiful round, almost a flawless round from the side of SST, going 1 up in the first game or in the third game.
I like Turtles. Unfortunately, wasn't able to capitalize onto that round. Oppenheimer was able to close it out as Tejo. So good round from SST going into this first pistol round, 1-0 against the Bobcats. What a great way to start it off compared to the last map that they were down 0-3 against the Bobcats going into that second map. So big change up already from SST. Huge round win. They're going to start getting some good buys. Bobcats are obviously going to have to save relatively mostly this round. So we got a couple of sheriffs and a double barrel coming out, or a shorty. So we're going to see what's going to happen now as we're seeing SST slowly working their way towards that B. Great vision from Tejo. Flame Trooper spots a bunch of them in that B main area. Nug posted up close quarters, but it looks like the rotation from the SST team is already going towards that middle area. Huge push already going towards the mid. Akaza is going to have to delay, possibly, or is he going to save his utility? Yes, he's going to save his utility. He's not going to waste it. 1 minute left. Spike is actually going towards Sewer, but Noburani is actually on a huge flanking area right now towards that A main. Look, what's going to happen? He lets 2 players go away. Let's see what she's going to do. Fleming's going to take down Noburani. We didn't get to see it, but it looks like that they were able to get that. And now the Spike is going to work its way towards A. There's nobody on A site. I mean, you got the breach towards heaven, but it's been smoked off by the Astra. So should be a free plant. Got 30 seconds left. Oppenheimer's going to plant it, and the rest of the crew is going to rotate through that sewer area. Now that the Bobcats have caught on to where the Spike is, they're going to start doing their rotations as well, trying to retake this site in a 5v4 situation. It's going to be a little bit difficult. Oh, I say that, and then Flame Trooper Nug get 1 and 2, but Jung and Oppenheimer are going to trade it out. 2v3 situation. Oppenheimer gets another. So Akaza and Turtles are working their way towards A main right now. They're going to try to take down and stop the Cypher, but Cypher said nope. Jung and Oppenheimer came in, took down Turtles and Akaza together, and they go up another round win, 2-0 against the Bobcats.
So here's a fun fact just to show you how dumb I am and how smart some of these kids from SST are, okay? I just thought Avogadro was like kind of a funny pun towards avocado. Avogadro, Amadeo Avogadro, was an Italian scientist who was most noted for his contribution to molecular theory that's now known as Avogadro's law. So Avogadro, as well, amongst the rest of the team names, is also a famous scientist. But just a fun fact.
That's the whole team.
Oh, I'm aware, but I didn't know. That's all I'm
yeah.
saying. Is I'm dumb and they're smarter than me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, hey, you know what they say? C's get degrees.
What?
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 But definitely get A's, though. Got to get that GPA up. So they definitely have high GPA, for
Yeah,
sure.
I was like, hey, I got a 3.8 GPA in college and I didn't know that. So go off, right?
Pop off. No, they definitely have 4s, all of them.
Yeah, they definitely. SST has some of the
They got
coolest
that
names.
intellectual insight of that Valorant.
Oh, 100%.
For sure. They just bring it into the game.
Like, you think anybody else in Valorant knows anything about molecular theory?
No,
Probably not, no.
not as much as they do.
That's insane.
That's incredible. The whole entire roster is completely stacked. Their intelligence is on a whole nother world. So
Yeah, they
there's
got
a reason why they're as good as they are.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they've already got the spike down. 5 people up on both teams right now. Flame Troopers obviously trying to come through and get a little bit of advantage, get some sightline going, but they immediately get flashed out and have to back up just a little bit. Both players playing from CT right now. Fleming's actually going to go ahead and pick one off, making this a 4v5 already. Fleming gets another one onto Akaza. Wow, in heaven. And now Noburuni is actually going to come out, but Oppenheimer trades it right back. Jung gets another one as well. And now we're looking at another 4v1 scenario where Flame Trooper's the only one left. And I'm not going to get it done as Oppenheimer takes them out. And now it is a 3-0 round from SST. Wow. This is a huge switch up from the last game where we saw, number one, Bobcats go in the lead first, but number two, the scores being a lot closer overall. So we're looking at a 3-0 game right now. Bobcats need to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely huge change up already into this next game as we're seeing SST take the lead against the Bobcats 3-0 already into this third game. So it's been a little bit tricky for the Bobcats so far, especially for a defensive-sided map. You know, it looks like they just unfortunately aren't able to maintain their momentum from that last game and carry it into this one. And SST really came alive already and have forced the Bobcats to really save, you know, this next round. But it looks like a breach ult does get taken out by Akaza. I'm not too sure if it was utilized correctly as Schrodinger gets taken down or takes down Nug. Turtles takes down Fleming. So we got trades, but Jung is able to almost
Stop the plant.
They
They
did
stopped
stop
the
the
plant.
plant. Avocadro takes down
Spike
Akaza.
planted.
It is currently a 4v3, and the spike has finally been planted by the SST team. And we're seeing the Bobcats slowly working onto the site. The entire team of the SST roster is on that site, so they know where they all are. They just have to get these picks. Noburani gets one. Avocado takes down Turtles. Noburani gets another. Jung trades it out to 1v2. Jung takes another, and then Schrodinger takes another. So SST once again capitalize another round against the Bobcats, going 4-0 into round 5.
And y'all can hear the excitement from this SST team. They are literally the team that is right next to us. There's a wall in between us, but still, like, we can hear their cheering loud as day, all right? And here comes the first time out of the game. Smart timeout from Bobcats here. This is a situation where they need to reformulate, go back to the drawing board, figure out a new plan, because what they are doing is not working. It's a 4-0 game right now. So hats off to Coach Huey, trying to give out some major strategizing right now, trying to help with play calling and whatnot. But ultimately, this team, this Bobcats team, is they're the ones who are playing. You know, they have to turn it around themselves. So I'm excited to see what they do after this timeout. And, you know, also hats off to SST so far. 4-0 game, wow.
Yeah, great start already. Already different, completely change of pace into this next map. Like SST, they have full control. And
Yeah.
especially for a defensive-sided map, they are doing very well for the attacking side. And I think, unfortunately, the Bobcats they're not able to hold on to the sites and able to stop the momentum from the SST getting onto that site. And I think it's really costing them now, as we're seeing these past 4 rounds in a row. And it's really costing the Bobcats, you know, some wins. But hopefully going into this next round, finally being able to full buy with the team, they'll be able to capitalize onto something and do some damage against the SST team. But SST so far is doing really well. It's just only a matter of time to see if the Bobcats to bring themselves back into this game, just like we saw the last one.
Flame
So
Trooper already starting off with 1 pick on the Schrodinger.
So that's exactly what you need from the Bobcats right now. So you need a good blurk, you need some good picks. The spike is still at the back of the map, but huge pick already. So we're going to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, SST playing smart right here. They know that they have the advantage, and they're just defaulting. You know what I mean? Like, they did lose a player already, which is really not good on the attacking team to lose first blood. But, you know, like you said, they had the bomb back. They've been playing super smart. Oh, look at that. Oppenheimer
Turtles
getting a pick onto Turtles right there. Almost getting a second, but backing away into safety.
Turtles was popping ult right there and got killed in the moment of, like, during the animation. So that's unfortunate. Nubarani is going to pop their Killjoy ult, so we're going to see what's going to happen to be able to delay, but I think they're going to rush this Killjoy. It's all up to Killjoy to defend it. Breach Flash going down. Avocado's going to take her down. He's going to take down the Killjoy ult, and then Jung is going to be able to get this plant. It is all up to Flame Trooper in a 1v3 right now. It is all up to him to bring his Bobcats into this game to be able to wake up the team. So crucial round for them, but SST already looking like they have this under control.
SST also prematurely cheering a little bit too. So maybe they're going into this a little overzealous, and maybe Flame Trooper does get a couple picks out of this, possibly even a defuse if he's got some time. So we'll see how that ends up going for them. But, you know, whenever you've got Tejo online, you can do just about anything. You've got the missiles, you've got vision, you've got, you know, so much util, and they're definitely going to get some sort of outro pick here. Maybe not. Maybe they're going to rush back in. They think they have the time for it.
Here we go. Spots Jung.
Not able to get that pick.
He's not going to pick it off. He's going to run away. He's going to save, and SST with another round win. But is he going to be alive? Yes.
Wow, and both of them going down for it.
Yeah, but it's okay from the BES team. You know, you're able to get a Vandal out of it, but SST, they're not worried. They got a round win. They're up 5-0, and it's looking pretty dominant so far in this first half.
I mean, how could you be worried when after buying Vandals, your entire team has a minimum econ of 3,900? You know what I mean, per person. Minimum. Like, the lowest econ person on their team, well, I guess now after buying abilities has 3650, well, actually 1750 after everything, right? But still, like, they've got so much econ in comparison to this Bobcats team right now, who's spending every penny they have just so that they can have Judges, Bulldogs, and Vandals right now. So, super huge advantage from SST on SST side right now, being 5-0. But this defense side is still starting off pretty sporadically, running all over the place, but they've got a plan. You can see it. They're combining their util pretty well on the defensive side, getting opening picks and stuff like that. They just need to keep doing it and, you know, do it a little bit more, do it a tiny bit more efficiently. But SST playing really slow, kind of defaulting again here. Very smart plays from SST. Avogadro trying to find a pick. Akaza trying to get a little bit of info out, and definitely gets that info. So that's a very good thing right there.
Oh my goodness, Nug! He's full sending it against Avogadro and Schrodinger. Is he going to get a third? Akaza is going to take down Oppenheimer. Great strategy from the Bobcats so far. That really threw off the scientists bad right there. So we're going to see what's going to happen now in this 2v5 scenario. The spike has been dropped, but they have full control. There's only 40 seconds left into this round. Fleming is going to use her orbs. He's going to try to help his teammate out. Breach stun going down. Nug is going to be able to get anything. No, Fleming's going to take him down, but Turtles is going to trade down Fleming. It is all up to Jung in a 1v4. This is a tough one to be able to retake. Only got 20 seconds left. Turtles utilizes it, and Bobcats finally get their first round into this map, and that was an incredible play by Nug. Wow.
Yeah, that is the momentum that the Bobcats needed. Nug, oh my goodness, that's a highlight right there. Nug, when you are watching this back, you're going to be so happy looking at that play and realizing what you just did for your team right there. And if y'all do something significant in this game, like win it, I'm going to attribute it back to that play, because you just completely shifted the momentum of this game single-handedly with one play. Not single-handedly, your whole team had a big part to play with it, and your whole team is going off. But that ult right there is the difference, right there in the momentum of the game.
Yeah, and at this point where the Bobcats are currently at, you got to make plays like that. You have to take risks. You got to throw off the SST guys. You can't let them get ahead. You have to apply pressure and stop their momentum. And
you're not going to win against them playing traditionally.
Correct. You have to throw off. You have to do some unique strategy. You got to throw it off a little bit, and this is pretty good so far. Nobarani gets first pick on Schrodinger, but Avogadro is going to trade it out, and just trades between both teams. There's 3v3. Astra Smoke's going down. Spike has been planted on that B site, and we're going to see if Bobcats will be able to rotate and retake this site. Astra ult going down once again, and we're seeing trades just back and forth. It's all up to Fleming. Takes no Nug. It's a 1v1 against Turtles, and he's going to get a double. And SST go up 6-1 against the Bobcats. Wow, what a great hold from him.
Tensions are high today, folks, and we've got a game on our hands. You see a 1v2 scenario and you think they've lost it. Fleming sees a 1v2 scenario and says, I got it, guys. Don't worry. That's mine. And, yeah, let's go. 6-1 on the side of SST right now. Bobcats, y'all are playing a great game so far. And that last round was a really good Bobcats round, but Fleming just pulled that one out of the hat. That was incredible.
Yeah, that was a crazy play. Was not expecting it to end like that, but unfortunately fell short for the Bobcats. Let's see if they can climb themselves back into this game. Looks like a slow B push, one lurk towards mid. Let's see if that Killjoy, Breach, and Astra can catch this Cypher in the sewer. Oh, Nobarani's gonna get taken down by Jug, but Breach wasn't there just in time to trade it out. It looks like the spike is going to work its way towards A as the team is going to kind of regroup again. Nug with this Bucky. This could be deadly up close against Oppenheimer.
Oh.
But actually, they're going to do a full rotate and go towards B, and it looks like the Bobcats overcompensated their rotation and have completely left the site wide open. Astra probably knows this now, is going to go towards the middle area to see if she can counter it towards Heaven, but only time will tell. Flame Trooper, it could possibly be huge. Or an Oppenheimer, could possibly be huge play against Akaza. Akaza gets tagged a little bit from Oppenheimer, so it's a little low on HP, but we'll see what happens as the spike from Fleming is going to be planted by B right now. As we're seeing, Flame Trooper gets picked by his ability. Oppenheimer and Schrodinger take down. Turtles gets another one. It's a 3v2 scenario. It's SST's favor, so spike has been planted. Astra and Raze, they're trying to work themselves. They don't know where this other player is. They are so focused on the lurker, but I'm not too sure if they're going to be able to capitalize onto this, but we'll see. Nug has this Bucky. All he has to do is check left, tap her in the head. Boom. Takes her head. Is going to get the Phantom. He's going to push her up. Oh, no, he's going to go Bucky. He's full sending Bucky. He's going to get another one.
Oh my
Jung
goodness.
is going to trade out Nug from that insane play. It's a 1v1. Turtles is sticking, possibly. Oh, just gets wall banged by Jung, and that was a crucial round, but unfortunately not enough time to fully defuse it, even when they did push. And once again, SST go up a round win, 7-1. Crazy. Wow.
Yeah, just when you think that Bucky isn't going to have any use, 2 picks into the round. Beautiful. Like, just exactly as you said it needed to happen. Check that left corner, boom, headshot. Then double raise packs, double blast packs onto the breach, onto a, or sorry, not onto the breach, onto the breach, onto Avogadro. Yeah, that was a beautiful play from the Raze right there from Nug. Nug is trying their heart out right now. But, you know, it's one of those situations where, like, the whole team has to work together the way Nug is right now. And
here we go, fast B
that's
towards SST on that A site. Asher Ult gets taken out, gets taken up into the sky. We're seeing fast Nug push. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh, Schrodinger's going to take down Nug, so we got the Razes going at it. Schrodinger gets the first pick. Schrodinger's super low in HP, though, but he's got to judge. This could be crucial. Is he going to push? Nope. He's going to get sprayed down by the Ares. Avogadro's going to get the trade on Noburani. They're going to push onto that site right now. Nothing's been planted yet. Akaza's going to trade it out. He's going to push in towards the flank. Jung and Avogadro get taken down. Oppenheimer's going to take down Turtles. It's a 2v1. Oppenheimer with the judge. He's going to bring it down to a 1v1. It is Tejo versus Tejo. Here we go. 50 seconds left on the clock. Spike has been planted.
Oh my goodness.
He faked it, and Oppenheimer peeks towards that Heaven and takes down Flame Trooper, and they go up another round win against the Bobcats.
You know, if I had a nickel for every time one player has made a 1v2 clutch in this game, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's still odd that it happened twice.
So just add it up, it makes a dime. See, when you have 1 coin, you'll get 2.
2 nickels, 1 dime,
Yeah,
10
there you go.
pennies. All the same amount of currency, you know?
True. I love it. I love it. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, what a round. Oppenheimer already. First pick on Akaza. He's just utilizing his abilities, and Akaza just got cut off guard, unfortunately, towards that middle area. It's going to allow the team to push up towards A Heaven right now. But Noburani with this judge, this could be crucial. If she's hiding, okay. Oppenheimer gets taken down, but Noburani is tucked in short right here. All it's going to take is that pitch towards the back. Noburani's going to take down Oppenheimer, doesn't realize the whole team is there. Schrodinger's going to take her down. It is a 2v4. And Nug, again, once again with that Bucky, we'll see what he can do. And Turtles with the Bulldog. This is going to be a tough retake because, you know, the whole team was SST. They have every angle posted up. They have really good defense. And it's all going to come down to the picks that Bobcats to do to bring themselves back into this first half. You know, we're about to go to the second half quite soon. You know, you gotta make some big plays soon. You do have an ult to work with, Nug. He does have an option to do it. I'm not too sure if he's going to execute it well. So we'll see. I believe this might be a save round, but
Yeah, we've got a judge and the judge isn't there anymore, but we had a judge and a Bucky.
there we go, Nug, and yeah, unfortunately isn't able to get anything. Schrodinger's going to take him down, and we have 9-1. What a completely different scoring of the second map that we had.
Yeah, no, I kept saying during the second game that I was lost for words because of how close the game was and how high the tensions were. And it's like in a completely different regard, I am lost for words again, because it went from being a game that just ended at 13-12 to now the team who lost that game, now they're winning 9-1. Like, that's just, you don't see that a whole lot in these types of like Valorant tournaments, especially when it's a best of 3.
Oh my goodness, look at Nug. Raise ult, takes it down, gets traded out. Jung gets the other one on Turtles, so it is a 4v3. SST have the advantage right now. Ooh, Akaza almost got taken out. He's going to back off of that one. He's not going to fully commit to it. He's going to hold it. He's going to hold his angle, but he's tagging his teammates. Chung with the lurks, rotates across the map, takes down Flame Trooper. So, wow, that leaves a lot of pressure now towards the Killjoy, and it leaves her all alone in A heaven and to have to hold down B, but it looks like they're going A anyway to plant that spike. And it's all up to Killjoy of Noburani and Akaza to be able to fight back. This flash could be big, Akaza. Ooh. There we go, Flash going down. Flash missed. Schrodinger's going to take down Akaza. It's all up to Noburani. Got that Guardian to work with. Takes down one. Super low in HP now. You only got 20. Fleming knows where you are. And the rest of the team are going to start holding it down. Spike has been planted. 3v1. This is very tough going into the second half. So you got to do something. You do have an ult to work with. I'm not too sure if it needs to be popped, but Fleming's going to take her out. 10-1. Crazy round, and yeah, SST again, once again, they're able to capitalize and have full pressure onto the Bobcats, and it just seems like Bobcats aren't able to really maintain or able to kind of get a groove into this game.
And it's wild because, like, this is a defense-sided map. Like, this is a map that, like, since release, they've made a lot of changes to help that, but since release, this map has been heavily favored toward defensive players. So the fact that on the defensive side you're losing 10-1 does not leave a lot of positive outsight for the second half of the game. But, you know, with this Bobcats team, you can't ever count them out either. They always have a chance no matter what the scoreline says.
Look at this lurk by Flame Trooper, though. He's going to hide in the smoke with this Ares. Avogadro and Jung have absolutely no idea. Oh, my goodness. It's all going to come down to this. Oh, no. Flame Trooper isn't able to capitalize on it. Avogadro is going to take him down. Fleming gets a double on Nug and Akaza. It's all up to Noburani and Turtles once again to be able to help maintain themselves in this first half. They do have an ult to work with the Killjoy, but man, unfortunately it just didn't fall into their favor. Fleming is already super low in HP, so we'll see what's going to happen. And it looks like the spike is going to work its way towards A as SST, they just have so much, you know, control on that middle area and the A area. So this is to be a tough retake from these two.
Yeah, she is going to need to put down that ult because it is the last round. But she also needs to clear space so that she can put down the ult. And with Heaven being held and CT being held, it's going to be really hard for the two of them to both get in a position for her to even put down that KJ ult.
Yeah, it's going to come down right here to Oppenheimer. If he's going to get a good angle, nope, Turtles is going to take him down, but Schrodinger trades it out. Noburani gets taken out. Schrodinger is super low in HP, only got 2 to work with, but if I were Turtles, I would get this Vandal. I would try to get that Vandal. There you go. 20 bullets left, plenty of time. Gotta work your way. Gotta work your way. Ish.
Not a whole lot of time.
But it's a 1v4, so you gotta pop off, King. Here we go. Let's see what you got.
Off your feet!
Ooh, can't save, you can't save, you can't save. Okay, okay, Fleming got jump scared, had no idea. Turtles. Oh, just looks away. Oh no, and I don't think Turtles realizes this is the last round.
Yeah, I mean,
no.
last round or not, it's I guess it's probably, if you're gonna lose the round anyway, it's probably not better to just feed another death. But like, I mean,
it doesn't matter. It's first round. Go all out, full send, all gas, no breaks.
And you got a good point, and that's what they should have done. But at the time frame they were at, it was probably smart to just not go feed to death. I don't even think they had time if they got all 4 kills to get the defuse.
Yeah, it would have been a miracle.
Even from the time that the first trade happened, like whenever Noburoni was still alive, even if at that point had Turtles just ran in, you know, I still don't think he would have had time.
Hey, he would have had to done a Schrodinger from Haven, where he just pops ult and just kills everyone.
Yeah, like an accidental ult pop and just kill everybody.
Yeah, that's what it takes, man. That's what it takes.
So, yeah, no, I mean, fantastic first half of the game so far. Bobcats are going to be losing this game 10-1 or 11-1. What was the scoreline? I don't remember exactly.
11-1.
11-1, yeah.
11-1. So they got 2 more rounds to win this game. Bobcats got a lot of real estate, got a lot of ground to cover. So let's see if they can be able to maintain it on the attacking side now, as unfortunately the defensive didn't go too well. It's looking like a push. Okay.
Oh, getting the opening pick.
Great.
Getting 2 opening picks.
Good job. Nug and Kaza already putting off a fight. Noburoni's going to take it to Oppenheimer. Schrodinger's coming in for the trade. 4v2. Spike is being planted by Turtles. And let's see what's going to happen. Schrodinger does get tagged up pretty badly. loses his HP of the shield. And Jung, this is a huge gunfight by Jung. Let's see what's gonna happen. Jung gets Nug. It is all up to Jung and Schrodinger to be able to get the site, retake it, defuse it, and solidify going into the second half. Or do Bobcats have a chance? Do they have a chance to be able to get the spike off, take away the defenders from getting into the site, and be able to get a first round? Oh no! Flame Trooper, it is all up to you. Razor goes out. Flame Trooper, yes, no, he did. Jung is sticking it. Oh my god, he only halved it. He only halved it. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. What is happening? What is happening? They're just running back and forth, no time.
Kept them off the bomb. Good job.
Wow.
Play time.
Great job, Flame
Play
Trooper.
time.
Great
Good
job.
job.
Wow, that was very scary. Whew. It was very scary, but Bobcats finally
holding my breath
get a
there.
groove. They finally get another round, and it's a good way to start the second half because now they can buy.
Not only can they buy, but there's advantage here. You know, they have momentum. They have a lot of things going for them in this exact moment. That if they don't look at the scoreboard and they keep the mindset of this game is 0-0 and we could still win it, they probably still could, and they most definitely still will. You know what I mean? So it's one of those scenarios where SST can't get too big for their britches, and Bobcats have to keep playing the way they just played last round.
Yeah, no, for sure. And if you're Bobcat, you gotta carry that momentum now. You can't slack off, can't make any mistakes. Just work together as a team, flash together, smoke together, use your utility, communicate, and you'll be able to get yourselves back into this game, just like SST did at the beginning. Oppenheimer, first blood. Nug trades it out. Avocado. Fleming gets another one on Nug, but Turtles trades it out. Just trades back and forth. Once again, 3v3. Spike gets dropped. Fleming, huge headshot on Turtles. Nobarani gets down Oppenheimer. And Flame Trooper with another one on Fleming. So huge picks so far on the Bobcats. The spike does get picked off, and it's all up to Schrodinger, who has half HP and has a judge to work with. So this could be deadly. Oh my gosh, Flame Trooper had no idea. But huge because the spike wasn't with Flame Trooper. It was with the Killjoy. She's going to go plant B, and Schrodinger has to make a decision to rotate and retake the site, and it's all going to come down to this 1v1, Tanner.
Yeah, and as you noticed, Nobaroni actually waited a little bit to plant the bomb so that Schrodinger wouldn't immediately rotate over. So that was actually pretty smart to waste a little bit more of the clock and make Schrodinger think a little bit more. You know what I mean? Because, again, a lot of this game is just, it's mental. And, like, SST is one of those teams that, like, you can't just play traditionally against them. You have to find interesting ways to go about it. And right here, we're looking at a super interesting play. As Schrodinger gets hit in the back by the bot, I don't know if she has her nades out ready to use or not. It doesn't look like she has nades out there. So, oh, there we go. There are the nades.
Is playing this so well. She has her mind set up, did a lot of damage to the Rays, is just playing all the time in the world. But Schrodinger gets the headshot, but it's not enough time to defuse the spike. Bobcats win.
Good job.
And they
good
keep
job.
The momentum in the second half.
Play time.
Good job, Nobarani.
Nobarani, you played amazing there.
Nobarani's absolutely popping off, keeping their team into this game so far. Great job. Great hold, and what a way to win that round.
No, she was the only person on their team that bought a Vandal that round. Only person on the team that bought a Vandal that round.
And look what happened. It paid off.
Yeah, and she was the reason they won the round. Great use of your util, great shots, great way to play that round. Great round. And that's exactly what the team needs. The Bobcats need this momentum from winning a couple rounds in a row. And, I mean, unfortunately, SST has a lot of weapons now to work with, so it is kind of a more even match as far as econ goes.
Yeah, so far. But they have a lot of groundwork to cover. They have a lot of energy to maintain to get yourselves back into this game.
Nug with the opening pick of the round onto Schrodinger.
That's what you want as the Bobcat. You want to keep your momentum. You want to get those first picks. They're super crucial. And this is what's going to happen is SST is going to be a little bit scary. You might be getting a little bit overconfident from this lead. Can't let it slip away. There we go. Oppenheimer gets one on Kaza. He's going to use his ability. Nobarani is going to trade it out. Jung gets taken down, and Nobarani gets a second. Absolutely on fire this game. Fleming gets taken down. It is a 4v2. Spike is going to get planted by Turtles at that A site, and we're going to see the rest of SST team getting themselves. Great flash by Avocado, as we're seeing from the breach coming down as the breach shock as well to delay pressure towards the Bobcats. 3v2, it's anyone's game right now. This could be a crucial win for SST to solidify the game. This is a crucial round for Bobcats to keep themselves alive into this series. Oppenheimer takes down Nug. 2v2 situation. They're running out of time. Let's see what's going to happen. Oppenheimer takes down Turtles. It is all up to Flametrooper. He's going to use his ability. Avocado sticking it. He is going to only get it half. And Oppenheimer goes absolutely nuts. Gets a 4K, takes on Flametrooper, and Avocado should have just enough time to get it to that match point against the Bobcats. Wow.
Imagine having great hair and being good at Valorant. I've only got one of those things.
Man, I thought that round was going to go the way of the Bobcats.
I really did too. But like I said, that was also the first round this half that SST has actually had weapons, you know? And it showed.
Yeah,
Wow,
good timeout.
Oppenheimer 19-9-5, 15-10-8 from Fleming, 13-8-4 from Schrodinger.
What a
But
game.
then on the other side, you know, beautiful stat lines on the other side as well. If y'all could bring those up during the timeout again super quick. Or not. Anyways, good stat lines on both sides.
We're in the darkness.
Yeah, right. Now I don't see the stat
What do
lines.
you think they're
but
talking about right now? Bobcats, you're down 3-12. What are you trying to do to bring yourselves back?
Guys, this game is 0-0. This game is 0-0. Brand new game. What we need to do is we need to come out and we need to get opening. We need to focus on opening picks, first bloods. We need to focus on holding good positions, and we need to focus on getting to where we want to go efficiently. Not quickly, but efficiently. And those are the three main things that I think they should focus on, because when you think of it, every round that they've gotten the bomb down, not necessarily super fast, but efficiently, and they've gotten back to their post-plant positions immediately, they win almost all those rounds. So it's situations like that, and I think that's probably mainly what they're talking about, because realistically, this is a big mindset difference right now. And you know, last game they won 13-12, back and forth the whole game.
We're starting to see a little bit of the mistakes that we saw from map 1 on Haven. You know, the Bobcats just aren't able to capitalize off of. And SST, you know, they're feeling great. They want to end the series. They want to go on to the finals, and they want to go on to the next round. So it's all going to come down to this. This round is super crucial for the Bobcats to get. They didn't really get a full buy, but Nug gets the first pick on Oppenheimer. Huge from the Bobcats so far. Nubarani is going to get onto that site on A. He's going to plant it off. Akasa's going to get down Schrodinger. And once again, this is what you want. From the Bobcats, Turtles gets away just in time. Is Akasa able to trade it off? No. Avocado gets down Turtles. 4v2. Still, Akasa's really low in HP, but has this Heaven control. Is trying to help out his teammate. Nug is here.
Walks right into
pressure.
it.
Flametrooper takes on Fleming. It is all up to Avocado in this 1v4. What can he do? Takes on one. Nug solidifies it, and Bobcats keep it alive. They're keeping the momentum now, and now they are into another round win.
Yeah, 12-4 right there. Great round from the side of Bobcats. Akaza, like when Turtles got traded out right there, Akaza could have so easily gone for that trade, but because they were 14 health, it would have been extremely easy for Avocado to just turn and flick. You know what I mean? Even not having good spray control, you could just turn your whole freaking monitor that way, and you would still end up hitting them one time for 14 health, you know what I mean? So it was extremely smart of Akaza to stay back in that scenario, and even though they died, they waited until there was a good time for their util to be used, and that was really important for the team that time.
No, for sure. Absolutely, and it's looking like Bobcats are trying to do that A push once again, but they have 3 SST enemies on the other side, so let's see what they're going to do. It looks like they're playing a lot slower than all the previous rounds.
Yeah,
so
Shorty, Bucky, Sheriff. It's an interesting buys for this round.
what's a light buy from the SST? They're low in eco, so Bobcats they have the advantage for sure on the economy. Schrodinger's already lit, so he's super low. But if he gets one, oh, okay. Flame Trooper able to get the edge off of Schrodinger, and that takes him down. First pick. Fires away
There
from
you go.
Nug. Plumbing gets out. And we're seeing this should be an easy plant from the Bobcats on that A site. Akaza stopping Oppenheimer. Bobcats are starting to feel it themselves. They're trying to get back into the group. They're trying to get that momentum. They're trying to stop the SST guys from getting this third win. And we're going to see what's going to happen. Oh, headshot by Avocado, but it's just not enough. Flame Trooper takes him down. It's all up to Jung. He's half HP with a classic. This is going to be very tough in a 1v5 situation. Doesn't have anything to work with. Akaza is going to shut him down. Once again, another round win from the Bobcats.
And you know, it wasn't that long ago that this game was 12-1, or 11-1, or 12-2, or whatever it was, right? Now we're looking at a 12-5 game. These Bobcats, they're playing really well. And again, I think they did pretty much exactly what I said. It talked about exactly what I said during their timeout. Play like it's a 0-0 game. Play really hard for those first picks, and do what your goal is efficiently. You know, and they've done those three things specifically very well these last 2 or 3 rounds. And I think that's been one of the main differences as to why they're winning these rounds. And they do have 2 ultimates as well, and one that's about to be ready. Whereas, I mean, they do have 3 ultimates from the side of SST as well. So this is anybody's round right here, and it is match point still, folks.
Oh, looks like we have a split A mid push this time. We've got 2 Bobcats on A. We got 3 in the middle area with the spike. Fleming might get angle here.
Oh
He's going to take
my
down Flame
goodness.
Trooper. So great first pick from him. That's what you need from SST to be able to close out this series. But Bobcats, you don't want to see that. You want to be able to climb back. You want to be able to get those first picks as much as you can. So you got to be careful. You got to play it smart, work together as a team, communicate, and work your way towards that site. Astra ult going out. Not too sure which team, but an Astra ult got popped off on that A heaven. I believe it was Turtles that popped it off because she has no orbs left. Here we go. Seeing the Bobcats get triggered. Turtles takes down Jung. What looked like an easy win from Jung didn't. Oh my goodness, Schrodinger's going to pop that raise.
Fall
Oh,
damage.
but a cause
No way!
Oh my gosh. Fall damage and Fleming gets the double. Oh no. What was looking like a good round is all falling apart shortly. It is all up to Turtles in a 1v3. Not much you can
my
do.
God.
Oppenheimer's going to close it out with the defuse and the kill. And they are going to win this series 2-1 on map 3, 13-5 against the Bobcats. GG's, SST, they come out on top, and they took the dub.
Yeah, I mean, GG's to both teams. Y'all played outstanding games, both of y'all. SST just ends up taking the cake this time. They win the series 2-1. And hats off to them because both the games they won amazingly. And the only game in the series that they lost by 1 round. Like, that's a really impressive showing from a team that wasn't in the finals last year and by any stretch of the word. You know what I mean? So that's really cool. You see Schrodinger and Avogadro and Oppenheimer and some of the other players, Fleming as well. They're all hugging each other and dapping up the Bobcats right now. But again, if you're on the Bobcats team, you got to know you played outstanding these last 2 or 3 games. You know what I mean? And thank you for rejoining us at the R20 Premier April playoffs at the Boeing Center at Techport in San Antonio, Texas. My name's Tanner.
My name's Zova.
And we're here to bring y'all another amazing series of Valorant. We've got Holmes Esports versus Harlan. And I'm extremely excited. Again, this is what they've been playing all season for. It's for these final spots, and that's what they're competing for right now is these final touches so that they can be placed into the finals right now. So,
Yeah, no, absolutely. SST, they kicked it off with a good series. They won the first map 13-5 against the Bobcats. Bobcats put a big show and a fight on that second Ascent map, which they won 13-11 against SST. SST came in. They wanted to close everything out that third map of the series. They won 13-5 once again. They closed it out, and they are moving up and playing Castay into the bracket. Now we're here with the second series of the day, Holmes Esports against Harlingen. So this should be a pretty good matchup. Some of these players have been playing for quite some time, so I'm super excited and for this best of 3 series.
yeah, I mean, I'm extremely excited. These are 2 great teams that are going up against each other right now. It looks like we're going to have Kadante on Breach, Tin's Knockoff on Astra. We're going to have Yuki on Jet. We're going to have Senpai on Vise, I believe, and then Guak on Teho. We're going to have Verse on Astra, Jedi Goku on Breach, Raka on Vise, I Love Kaylee on Raze, and Obadiah on ISO. Goodness, I could not for the life of me remember that name.
Yeah.
But why would I? Who plays ISO now? And I'm excited to see how Obadiah plays it.
Yeah, no, for sure. These are some interesting agents because some of these haven't been played so far in this Valorant tournament. So I'm super stoked to see some new agents coming out alive into this tournament. But for those that are just tuning in, welcome to the Boeing Center Techport Arena here with the R20 Esports Premier League for Valorant. So welcome for those that are just tuning in. We are getting into the second game series with Holmes Huskies Esports against Harlingen. So these two high schools are going against each other, so it should be a pretty good matchup. And as we're seeing, the players are loading in currently into the next game, and they are currently choosing their agents. So they looks like they've already been locked in, so we're just waiting for them to load up in.
Yeah, I like how many Tejo picks we've been getting today. Because whenever a new character comes out in Valorant, they are either like the most broken character that's come out in the last 2 years, or they are awful.
So that means Tejo's broken.
It might mean that. It also might mean that everybody just really wants to play Tejo when he's not good.
True.
But from what I've been seeing, it looks like Tejo's pretty not bad. It looks like those abilities that they're able to use are very good at creating space, at getting vision. Just a very good initiator. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
I mean, especially when you compare it to people like Sova, like KO, like Sky, I'd probably prefer to play Tejo over like most of those options on a lot of the maps that we've been seeing today. With the exception of like, I think I would have liked to see the Sova as a second pick on Ascent as well as Haven. But honestly, the KO got played really well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't be mad about it.
For sure.
And in the same regard, I'm extremely excited to see more Tejo gameplay this game. Oh, I love that axe.
Yeah, Yuki with the nice little axe. But it looks like we're here on Lotus. A fast push already from the Husky squad going more towards the C area. Flash is going down. Pi with the Sentinels. He's trying to do everything he can to hold it down for the team. So we'll see what he's got to put up a fight. The Harlingen squad is trying to put a defense against the Huskies. A lot of util going up. They're getting broken up. It looks like they're trying to rotate.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, getting this slow rotation out is probably really smart, especially if they've noticed how many players are actually on C site right now. You do see a few rotations back to B already, but nobody's quite on A. A is left fairly open with the exception of Tejo guarding that door at B entrance, B garage, however that's notified. But regardless, that door's not open, and they're able to pretty much get a free walk onto A site with nobody stopping them. They'll probably get the free plant as well. Now, the post plant is a completely different scenario, as you see the Harlan defenders are actually getting good rotations onto A right now. They know the spike has been planted.
Oh.
They're getting some good damage off, but Raka pops around that corner after getting good damage off. I love Kayla Yukas actually gets one onto Yuki. Immediately, Ten's knockoff trades it back very quickly. Not bad round at all. Senpai gets one. Obadiah trades it back onto Ten's knockoff. Sen is still in the corner. Oh my goodness, and then Senpai trades it right back. We're looking, oh my goodness, and Kayla Yukas is going to close out the round on a Senpai. 1-0 in the side of Holmes Huskies. Wow, goodness gracious. We got some loud screams and yelling and excitement cheers going on in the background right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, that was a unfortunate play. Pi, he peeked that while reloading, so he's got to be careful. But I love Kali Ukis. Did a good job. Got their Huskies on the board for that round, and we're going up 1-0. They're going to buy some weapons and utilities this next round, and it looks like Harlingen just have to save going into this next one.
Yeah, and a save round for sure, and a good one. You know, just like you said, it's smart to save here, smart not to go ahead and force. But even Holmes forcing, or not necessarily forcing, but getting a little bit of guns with their econ, they're able to push into this site no problem. Harlan's gonna stay back and wait to see where it goes. They've got Ten's knockoff sitting in the corner waiting, getting some information. Hey guys, they're planting over here. You know what I mean? And then now you see all of them rotating back over that way. Right after the bomb gets planted, just like we did in the last round. Let's see if it works out a little bit better for Harlan in this round. As we see these slow rotations, they're not quite getting any angles yet because they're smoked off from heaven right now. But there we go, Kaliukas getting the first pick of the round, starting it off, getting on top of the box right now, getting a little sneaky and tricky with it, getting flashed as well and backing up. Good backup right there. But Verse is actually going to take out Ten's knockoff in that process through the wall. Jedi Goku gets one, and Verse gets a second for themselves as well. Wow, and then I Love Kaliukas gets a third. Wow, and that's going to close out the round. Beautiful, beautiful picks. Yeah. Beautiful round from the side of Holmes Huskies right there.
Absolutely, and that was a flawless round from the Husky squad. If you're on the Harlingen side, you know, now you're able to finally buy some weapons, some utility to get yourselves back into this game. It's just unfortunate those past 2 rounds didn't work out, especially having to retake that spike from being planted. It just looks like the A control so far hasn't been going in their favor, but we'll see if they'll be able to put up a fight against the Huskies. But a great job from the Huskies so far, being able to maintain that lead going into this 3rd round.
Yeah, and this is going to be the first round the Harlan Hawks actually have weapons. So it's going to be a good little face-off here as we see Harlan with a full buy versus Holmes with their econ round going on right now. Definitely way better econ from the side of Holmes, and a beautiful push already from I Love Kaliukis. She's pushing into that site like nobody could stop her, and let's be clear, nobody is. So free B site for the Holmes Huskies. And they've had no... Oh, they don't get the plant down, but Guac does get one on the burst. Raka gets a trade right back. Tin's knockoff. Trades going down all over the place. Kadante finishes off the train of trades. And then Senpai is going to go ahead and get one. And that's actually going to be the first round for Harlan. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like Harlan, they were able to get that retake just in time to be able to stop the attackers of the Huskies to plant that spike on B. B is a tricky site because there's just a lot of different angles. There's a lot of different lanes and a lot of different ways to pinch themselves together. And it looked like they just worked really well. They communicated and they just peaked all at the same time, used their abilities together, and it just fell apart, unfortunately, for the Huskies.
Yeah, folks, you heard it here first. The train has fallen off the tracks.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
All right, going straight in. Obadiah is getting this orb. Trying to get that ISO ult popped up, which is, there we go.
Ooh.
Trapping the Vise in the ult already.
1v1.
Getting a pick. Oh! Actually able to finish out that ult.
Obadiah.
Come back with a shield and full ammo right there. Kadante is looking for one but doesn't get one. Kadante gets one. I Love Kaliukis actually gets shut down there. Kadante gets another one on the verse. Wow, Jedi Goku looking for one and getting one onto Guac. Getting taken out immediately afterwards by Kadante. Looking for another pick. Switching out for that Phantom and knowing that somebody's back there but not exactly where. They're going to be searching and oh my goodness, a good spray down but not quite enough to get the kill. It is Raka all alone against Kadante, Ten's knockoff, and Senpai right now. And they do have that Phantom, but is it going to be smart to save here, or is it going to be smart to try and go in for this? And it looks like they are going to save and go ahead and back up, use a little bit of that util to create space, and just play it safe. That's very good.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think this is a save round, a must-save round for Raka, considering that the spike was dropped towards the back of that site where all 3 members of the Harlingen players are back there. So, yeah, unfortunately, they needed to... he definitely needs to save on this one because that unfortunately round fell apart. And just carry over that Phantom into the next round. Just be careful. This could be a little encounter with Pi as he has this angle, but he's going to peek in 10 seconds left. Not too sure if there's enough time. I personally would save Raka. I would not risk this, but you know, we'll see. Unfortunate, Kadante gets his 4K and takes down Raka. No save goes to the Huskies, and we have a tie game, 2-2.
Yeah, all that for the Harlan Hawks to tie the game up. That's a really good start for them after a not so hot, or that's a really good like follow up for them after a not so hot start. So very exciting to see Harlan Hawks do that.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're Huskies, you know, I would probably work your way back towards that site that was working best for y'all. Probably A, and it looks like they're going to do that same thing. They're going to do a full push A and try to take control of that A site and just let Harlan take over that retake. So we'll see what's going to happen.
Oh my
Yuki
goodness!
Is flying super fast like he's Yuki Tsunoda in F1, but gets taken out and traded by Obadiah. Guac is going to trade it out. So a 4v2 situation in Harlan's favor. So we're going to see what's going to happen now as Guac is tucked here short with that Spectre. And wow, what a crazy fast-paced round that was already at the beginning.
Yeah, right. I mean, I thought it was kind of crazy for Yuki to jump in like that. But, you know, with the smoke going right into the dash, exactly where they should have put it, it was a very good play from them, and way to get 2 picks out of it. Tin's knockoff is going to be peeking around the corner, but blocked off by that smoke. Not going to get any vision, not going to get any shots off. And it looks like the attackers are going to stay on the A site. They think that they're doing a fake rotation right now, but the A defenders are not moving. They are stationary. They are stuck. And the Holmes Huskies play is going to unfoil right now as Guac gets the transfer spray, double kill, and closes out the round.
I think Huskies, they were just really caught off guard from Yuki's push, fast pace up towards that A main, especially on the defensive side. It, you know, went through the smoke and everything, and I think Huskies, they were trying to set up some utility, and they just were caught off guard, and was able to get a couple picks off of that and slow down the Huskies from being able to get any sort of momentum into that round. So yeah, good play. And yeah, if you're Huskies right now, you got to kind of just regroup as a team, try to figure out what's going wrong, and then just try to communicate a good strategy and try to take over some sort of sight and just get those picks. Because it looks like right now Harlan's finally able to come alive into this game and be able to take advantage and utilize those picks to be able to success into the rounds.
Yeah, 100%. And, oh, wow, great ult coming from Kaliukas? I don't know, Kaliukas. Yeah, that was a great opening pick for that round. And you can see, oh, wow, and Kaliukas gets another one. Raka gets one more out of Yuki. Wow, beautiful start for Homes Huskies on this round. Looking at a 5v2 scenario already. And, I mean, you can tell that the attackers did not want to push up that A site lane again after getting double killed by Yuki in that last round. So this is a specifically very intense round for that sake alone. Ten's knockoff trying to get one, but missing the shots right there, not quite being able to get somebody. I love Kaliukas is staying still, but Raka ends up coming through and getting the last pick of the round to close it out. That was a beautiful flawless from the side of Homes Huskies to pick some momentum back up.
Yeah, what a definitely change of pace already into that round from the Huskies. Looks like they finally came alive. They utilized their teamwork. They really did caught them off guard on the defensive side from that fast-paced push, and I think that was really crucial to getting a W for that round win, tied up to 3-3 against Harlan. So big win from them. They just got to continue that momentum, and we'll be able to have a good game from there. And yeah, just Harlan just kind of has to utilize their defense, work together and communicate, and just sort of play off of each other instead of peeking one by one. But so far so good.
Oh my goodness. These SST players are still yelling right now. It's crazy. Oh, but there we go. Verse getting the opening pick of the round onto Kadante. That's a huge pick considering Kadante's gotten quite a few of those opening picks in the round. Oh my goodness, and getting one onto Walk as well. Fantastic. Yuki trading it back out with the op, but that is just insane. Obadiah getting Senpai right back. That's a 4v2 scenario right now. All they have is the op and the Phantom to fend off right now. And it might already just be a scenario where they should just go save. Like, that operator is not something you want to lose, especially this early in the game, and especially against the Homes Huskies. You know, like, if they get that operator and they get a lead here, that's not good for Harlan.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yuki's got this angle tucked in pretty tight, misses the operator shot. Ten's knockoff takes down Verse, slows down the momentum. 3v2, but Spike has been planted. I still don't think they'll be able to have enough time to defuse, considering how low Ten's knockoff is HP, and then Yuki's got that op. So pretty good round win from the Huskies so far, going up 4-3. And yeah, obviously that push from I Love Kaliukas against Guac, he got absolutely domed so badly, he got turned into guacamole. So poor guy, I'm sorry, but yeah, that was a huge headshot win on them.
Yeah, that is a
Here we go, Yuki,
no,
doing
no.
everything he can. Oh,
Wow,
just gets out. Barely gets out, but his life is able to carry that operator into the next round.
Yeah, good job staying alive there. Wow. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm outstandingly satisfied with the operator kills that have happened so far. Although, if you're going to get an operator, especially on defense, you got to be winning defense with it, you know? And so, it's just a scenario where we got to see them pop off a little bit more with that operator. And
here we go.
We might get that scenario
right here.
Oh,
nice
just
little
a
jiggle
little
peek
too
from
late on the shot.
from Raka. That was pretty good. Let's see if they're going to capitalize on this.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah.
ISO from Obadiah comes alive, takes down Yuki, slows him down, and here we go. We're seeing those breach ults. Sorry, not breach ult. We got that breach ult ready, but we got the shocks coming out, the breach charges, and I Love Kaliukas tucked up already towards that mid. Astra ult going down. Oh my goodness!
no.
Kaliukas takes down Ten's knockoff right before the ult actually gets animated into the world. So that was insanely close. Oh my god!
No way.
Block squat. And wow. And we have a flawless round again from the Huskies, and they've taken the lead 5-3.
That ult. Okay,
That was
so
just
sorry.
unfortunate
I
for,
thought that the Tens knockoff put that ult up, and I was like, that was a horrible defensive ult. No, that was a really, really good offensive ult from Verse.
It's definitely Verse ult.
Yeah, I was deeply confused during that round. I was like, why would they put up that wall?
It's because you had to hit him with the verses, dude.
Yeah, right.
Hit him with the verse. He's not the worst.
He's just the Verse. Yeah. He's the verse, like the universe, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or they are. I don't know. I don't know what verses, who they are. I don't know anything about them. So they. I'm just gonna say they.
Yeah, we don't
But,
know the lore.
Yeah.
But not too bad, not too bad. Looks like we definitely got a timeout coming out. I'm not too sure if it was a technical or if it was a tactical timeout. So only time will tell. As we're seeing a lot of movement going around towards the LAN center here at Techport Boeing Center for the R20 Premier Esports League here in San Antonio, Texas. It's a beautiful day, but hoping everybody's having a good day today.
I know I'm having a good day. It's filled with amazing Valorant gameplay, you know? Like, how could I be having a bad day? You know, there's days that I come in to commentate, and it's straight blowouts all day, and I still have a good day. You know what I mean? So on a day like this, when we've had a bunch of great games, I'm having a great day. I don't know about you, Mark.
Yeah, I'm having a blast. This is a good series so far in going into this next one with the map. So here we go.
Yeah, getting straight into this gameplay, they're going to be doing an aggressive push onto A, which apparently they're not scared of anymore, and completely understandably so, because Yuki does not have any weapons right now, and they knew that. But there we go. Oh my goodness, starting off the round with 3 big picks right after Yuki got 1. That was a great response, but Senpai is going to respond as well, and we're actually looking at a 3v2 scenario right now. All hope is not lost yet by any means. I Love Kaliukis is looking for something, looking for someone right now, avoiding that flash just ever so slightly, getting 1, looking for the second,
Nice
getting
flash.
the second, and closing out that round with a 3K. I Love Kaliukis. She is popping off.
Yeah, what a great flash for our Jedi Goku to help. I love Kaliukis to get that pick. Yeah, he's absolutely on fire right now. 14-4. 14-4 right now. He's definitely, you know, being the starlight of this game so far into this next series. Going up 6-3 against Harlan. So they just got to keep up the momentum, and they should be good. But if you're on the Harlan, you got to guys kind of have to communicate. Got to have to figure it out. What's going on? What happened to the pace, and try to mix it up. Try to throw off the Huskies off.
Yeah, 100%, because we've been back and forth this game. 3-3, and now 3 again. So let's see if Harlan actually decides to get another 3 rounds here, or if they're going to let Holmes get away with 3 more rounds. Because that could be the difference maker in a game like this. And using that ult to clear out space, but not quite to get a kill, it's not the best thing, not the best use of it, but it is still a good use of it nonetheless. And they're actually able to get a free site, get the free plant down, and that is just all she wrote right there. Because at the end of the day, we're looking at a 5v5 scenario where the attacker side is completely able to get into their post-plant positions with no issue whatsoever, with no resistance. So throwing up that raise nade, getting some good information off, but not being able to move because of the ult. We see Ten's knockoff get 1, and Jedi Goku return the favor as well onto Yuki, which is a big pick for them. But Verse is actually going to get 1 on the Ten's knockoff, as well as Obadiah getting another 1 on a Guac. We're looking at a 2v4 scenario, 2v4 scenario now. Obadiah gets those 2 and closes out the round. Beautiful, beautiful round from the side of Holmes, as they've just completely turned this game around and made it to where it doesn't even look like the same type of game anymore.
Yeah, I think what's going on now is the Huskies, they're utilizing all of their utilities. They have strategies set up so far going onto their sites on these maps. So yeah, as long as they're just working together, you know, they'll be able to take it one round at a time, and it's only a matter of time they're going to get closer towards the end of the map. But yeah, if you're Harlan, you got to kind of wake up. You got to have like some discussion, try to communicate, you know, some strategy, try to throw off the Huskies, because right now, you know, they have their routine going on, and I like what Huskies is really unique about is they like to mix up their plays. They don't like to do the same thing over and over and over again, but they have variety to their strategy. So it's really throwing up Harlan, and I think Harlan needs to do the same thing to be able to come back and climb back into this game. Because right now it looks like the Huskies have already taken over that C site. High with the first pick, but Raka trades it out instantly. So Jedi Goku takes down Yuki just like that. They're working together as a team. They're getting their picks together. But unfortunately for Harlan, they're just not capitalizing off of their trades, and it's heavily falling into the favor.
Oh, wow!
Kaliukis, and just like that, is he able to get all of them? Yep. He gets a 3K, pulls out the classic, finishes it off 10s, pops him in the head, and we get another round win. 8-3. Huskies are up in the lead.
And looking at the last round of this half, it seems quite clear that the Huskies are dominating, right? But let's remember, this is Valorant, folks. Like, it's anybody's game until the game is over. just like we saw in previous games, and just like we've seen in hundreds of previous games before, people have made comebacks, like huge comebacks. And probably in the countless ranked games where y'all have had, comebacks, and, I've had comebacks and different stuff like that, and it's been way worse than a 3-8 comeback.
It ain't over till it's over.
It ain't over till it's over, and
Real
that's
talk.
just the truth.
Real talk.
But yeah, we're looking for this A push again. We're playing a little bit slower this time, which is a little unconventional for Homes, as they've just kind of been walking right into sight. But Raka gets an amazing first pick on a Guac. No problem whatsoever at the start of this round. And Ten's knockoff and Yuki are both going to get a pick. And now it's a 3v4 scenario. Spike is dropped, but Obadiah gets one on a Yuki.
Yeah. 3v3, breach ult, huge breach ult going down. Kadante takes down Goku. It's Obadiah tucked in back here with the spike. Do they know that he's back here too? He's going to get one. Is he going to get two? No. Kadante's going to trade out Obadiah, but he's low in HP. It's a 1v2. First gets one. It's a 1v1. It's all up Astra versus Astra. Who is going to be the dominant Astra this round? He picks up the spike. 50 seconds left. He's going to fake the plant. He's trying to lurk Tens. He's trying to bait him over.
A lot of time.
Another fake. Tens is going to peek.
Insane.
Versus going to finish it off. Another round win for the Huskies, going up 9-3 into the first half. It ain't over till it's over. The 9-3 curse is real, but unfortunately, Harlan, they just weren't able to capitalize, and they're going to have to really perform into the second half moving forward now.
Yeah, like, that was just a scenario where I want to say the Huskies played it smarter. But it's not even that they played it smarter. It's just that they had a better scenario, right? Like, they had 48, 50 seconds to get that bomb down in a 1v1 scenario. You know what I mean? Obviously, the person who has to peek the bomb, or the planter of the bomb, is going to be a little bit more concerned about showing them, or is going to be less concerned about showing themselves and more concerned with getting the kill. You know what I mean? So that's just a scenario where, like, the Huskies had a better scenario, had a better advantage, and they played their advantage better. You know?
Absolutely, absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
Good half.
Good, great first half for the Huskies. Now they're out there in they're on the defensive sided now against Harlan. So Harlan with the fast push already towards the door. Yuki's going to take down Obadiah. He's trying to get fast slap. Here we go. Let's see what's going to happen. Kali Ukas is trying to trade it out. Takes on Glock. Unfortunately, the door closed and wasn't able to get help or trade from the rest of his team. I'm not too sure what was going on there. A little bit of miscommunication, but it worked out into Kali Lucas' favor. He gets flashed, uses his boombot. Raka takes down Yuki, and now the rest of the team is slowly getting pinched. Raka with the big flank. He's probably going to pop the door open here anytime, any moment. Goku is ready to go to help him out, the team, as only 2 members are tucked in and pinched between both sides. This could be extremely crucial as the door gets opened up by Pai.
Wow.
And Pai was able to help out Raka for the Homes, actually, at the end of the day, and they were able to get a double. It is all up to Ten's knockoff. Trying to do everything he can to fight back. Takes down first, but gets traded out. And I Love Kali Ukas closes it out, and they win the first pistol round of the second half. Huskies going up 10-3.
19-6-4, 13-7-4, 10-7-8, 7-4-6. Crazy stat line. 6-7-6 is insane as well. But, like, all the rest of those are insane stat lines, like crazy positive stat lines. Come on, folks. Like, Holmes is just putting it together right now. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, they are on fire, and yeah, it just seems like Harlan, they're not able to find a rhythm. They're not able to find like a certain routine that they did the first couple rounds at the beginning of the game. But yeah, no, it looks like Huskies, they're confident. They're doing everything they can to utilize their potential for this game. And yeah, unfortunately, Harlan, they aren't able to capitalize it. So let's see what's going to happen on the other side of this door. So Yuki's going to open it up. Obadiah, is he going to do anything? Yeah, he's going to get stunned and taken out. Big kill on Yuki, so that's something you want from the Harlan team. Kali Ukas is going to back off, but he does have a judge to work with. So it looks like the Huskies are also saving this round relatively, which is interesting. I wonder if they're trying to do a full on buy the next round. Guac, full sending, all gas, no brakes against Verse. I Love Kali Ukas, judges him down to the ground. Ten's knockoff, trades it out. 4v2 into Harlan's favor, and this is what you want to see from Harlan. You want to be able to get back into this game. Raka isn't able to fully kill Pyre, but we'll see what's going to happen. Goku trades off Ten's knockoff. He's going to pick up the judge, and it looks like the rest of the team are going to rotate towards C, so it's a 1v3 situation. Goku's got a Spectre to work with, and let's see what you got.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, that's that's an insane situation right there. Where Jedi Goku, it's like almost not worth it to save because it's just a Spectre. But like, you've played insane so far as staying alive, getting information from your team, and getting an. I mean, they got their extra pick. You know what I mean? So they did their job technically, as far as econ control goes. But there we go, getting another pick onto the Jet just before dying themselves, and that's going to be the first round win in a while for the Harlan team, Harlan Hawks.
Yeah, no, and that's what you want from the Harlan. You want to be able to get yourself back. You want to take one round at a time, and you want to do kind of like that sort of strategy to throw off the Huskies. And so it was just unfortunate, though, for what's-his-face on the, I believe it was Kali Ukis. It was one of them. Unfortunately, he got stunned when that door opened, so it was perfectly in Harlan's favor. So, but we got full buys coming out, so it should be an interesting round.
Yeah, with these full buys coming out, we've got a great deal going on right now. The Harlan team has a little bit of a momentum that they can work with right here, and the Holmes team played the last round pretty good as far as their econ, because they still do have some Vandals and Phantoms and stuff of that nature. A Judge, you know, from the Raised, so they've got some good weapons coming out right now. They've got most of their util, full shields, all that kind of stuff. So it's looking really good for both teams right now, and it could really go either way. But Raka's actually going to start us off and get the first pick of the round. Obadiah's going to get the second, and Guac trades it immediately out on Obadiah. That's a beautiful start to this round. We're already looking at a 2v4 scenario, or 3v4 scenario, excuse me. And whenever it's 10-4 like this, you never know what's going to happen. Tensions are high. I Love Kaliukis is coming through trying to find somebody. All they have is the Judge, but they weren't spotted, so they take 52 health out. And they get the raise pack shot off onto Yuki as well. That's going to be a 2v3 scenario because Senpai gets one more onto I Love Kaliukis. And now Guac is actually throwing out some abilities, getting that bomb down. And even though it's a 2v3, that's not stopping them from getting econ, like planting the bomb and getting a few extra picks along the way. Maybe even getting this round won. Let's look at what they decide to do throughout the rest of this round, as we see a bunch of abilities popping up. But Verse actually gets one opening pick onto him. Verse gets two opening picks onto Senpai and Guac. Now it's all up. Oh, just kidding. They're all dead. Just kidding. I thought it was a 3v3 for some reason. Yeah, good round. Great round from Holmes.
Yep, and Holmes, you know, just got to keep up the momentum, and they should be able to close out this first map going into the second series, or second map of this series. If you're Harlan, you know, got a lot of work to get back into this game, kind of have to play off of each other, be strategic, try to throw off the Huskies once again like you were before, but yeah, just unfortunately they're just not playing off of each other pretty well or executing their strategies within these rounds. So hopefully we see a little bit of changes going into this second half, but it's not looking too great.
Get them there. Flash placed.
I misinterpreted. But yeah, Raka looking for the opening pick on this round. Not quite successful, but getting quite a bit of information off on that. And yeah, extremely excited about that, probably because they know that they were planning on going C. Now they're going to have to rotate off, or at least formulate their plans just a little bit differently. They're still playing slow. They're still kind of defaulting, looking for a pick, looking for something, but able to see Guac getting one onto Guac, looking for Ten's knockoff as well. Verse and Rock are actually able to both get one more. Looking at a 2v5 scenario already going into this round. Harlan is not looking good so far in the second half, especially. But really in this round, it's going to be hard to get anything going whenever, you know, you're all spotted out, and it's hard to get the bomb down until the last 30 seconds of the round every round. And yeah, this entire Holmes team is just pushing in, ISO wall. They have no vision. They have no idea where they are. The wall's coming through. Only one person is there.
Oh my goodness, what is going on?
Everybody's missing shots, but it doesn't matter because Holmes is still going to take the cake on this round, and it's going to leave us with a 12-4 scoreline.
Match point for the Huskies.
Yeah, now it's match point. This has been a very, very exciting game as far as just fast-paced action. Goodness gracious. Words are hard.
Words aren't so easy.
It's hard when you got to think of them and say them, you know?
Sometimes, you know, your mind just doesn't catch up to what you're trying to say.
No good. Now we
It's
wait.
talking faster than what your mind can catch up and pick up off of. So sometimes that'll happen.
Yeah, and I can't have more caffeine today, folks.
Especially
I really
when you're
can't.
talking a little bit.
Rip and tear.
Oh,
Retrieving
but
flash.
yeah, going into this round 18, match point scoreline 12-4. Let's see what the Harlan Hawks decide to do on this round.
I mean,
As they are kind of defaulting towards B, but They're going very slow about it. They're just trying to find a pick, maybe something to open with. And they definitely do that. The intense knockoff gets the first one onto Verse. Kadante gets another one onto Raka. They're already looking at a 5v3 scenario, which is a good opening part of the round for them. Let's see how they continue to execute. As I Love Kaliukas actually gets a judge shot onto Yuki and finishes her off right there. They're going to get this bomb down, but not before Jedi Goku can get one more pick onto them. They do have the ult, and Obadiah is out, and that ult does get the pick. Senpai coming through trying to find something. Kadante actually does get Kaliukas for it. And now Kadante is the only person left alive on the Harlan Hawks. Match point, folks. This right here is going to determine the game. If Kadante cannot stop this plant, and they can't, that's the end of the game, folks. 13-4, Holmes Huskies victory.
Yeah, great win from Huskies going into this first map of this series of the day. So, yeah, great job to them. They really took advantage of all the angles, all of the strategies. They were able to play off of each other. They were able to trade off of each other. And, you know, just a great execution from the entire roster of Huskies into that Lotus map. So, great job. GG's to them. We still have a second matchup of the same team. It's best of 3 series, so they're going to go to Haven, which is also another banger of a map. But, yeah, unfortunate for the Harlan team. They weren't able to really capitalize or get any momentum or rhythm going into that game. So hopefully they can kind of wake up and kind of get themselves back into the second. But so far so good for the Huskies. They're looking really good and they're hitting shots.
Yeah, 1,000%. I mean, it looked like the Huskies had just practiced quite a bit more on that map. They had more formulated strategies, more backup plans, you know what I mean? Better rotations. It just was a great game for the Huskies. Again, Harlan, like, wake up a little bit more, come back with some more strategies. I know you got it in you. You're going to get us to game 3. Don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, keep her head up. Don't let anything mentally drain you. Just be calm, cool, and collected. It's a slow and steady wins the race. You know, sometimes you might get dominated, but doesn't mean you can't work yourself back into the series. Still got two more chances to bring yourselves back. So we'll see as we get into this next matchup. But we're going to be going to a quick, short break once again as the players are going to get ready into the second map. So make sure you all stay tuned for more, and we'll see you all in a bit.
And we're back at the R20 Premier April Playoffs. We're over here at the Boeing Center at Techport in San Antonio, Texas. My name is Tanner.
My name is Mark.
And we're having a great day today. As you can probably hear in the background, we've got some screaming and very excited victors, I would assume.
I don't think they hear it.
Huh? Yeah, they might hear it. Y'all might hear it. Y'all might not hear it. But regardless,
it's getting hype
very
up in
loud.
here.
It's very hype in this room.
It's that time of day. It's that time of day where it's getting intense. But welcome back, everybody. We are here at the Boeing Center at Techport for the R20 Premier Esports League for Valorant. So far, we are in the series against Huskies versus Harlan. So far, Huskies came out on top on the first map on Lotus. They took the dub. They are going into the second map on Haven against Harlan. So right now, the players are getting all set up. They are choosing their characters, and this should be a good series. So far, Holmes is up 1-0 in this best of 3.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited for this game because it's kind of similar to our first series where, like, the first game was not necessarily a blowout, but kind of a blowout. Like, it was 12-4. The first game in our first series was like 12-4, 12-5, something like that. So I'm hoping that we get another second game that's similar to the other one where we get, like, a really close game or something that's going to be at least a little closer than the last game for sure. I'm hoping we get something like that. But starting off real nice, we got Verse on Astra, Jedi Goku probably picking Breach, Raka on Vise again, I Love Kaliukas sticking with the Rays, and Obadiah is going to be switching over to Teho. We don't have picks from the other team yet.
Yeah, I think they're still in the making right now on the Harlan side. So we'll see what's going to happen as we're seeing a Killjoy, Omen, Jet, Osu, I believe.
Do we have a sub?
Another Osu?
Do we have a sub? We have a sub.
Who? Oh, Pro?
Yeah, Pro. We didn't see Pro last game.
Senpai is gone.
Yeah, Senpai is gone.
Back.
Pro's back.
So he's going to come out with that fade on Haven. So it should be a pretty good match.
Vise, Omen, Jet. Wow. ISO and Sova. That's kind of a scary team.
Yeah.
I would say it's a pretty scary team. I mean, you've got ISO, who basically has 2 lives, Jet, who can dash out of anything, Omen, who can teleport to get bombs. You know what I mean? Vise who can set down, Vise who can set down extreme areas of like the spikes, different stuff like that. Like Sova who can get you information the whole game. Like you don't really have a lot of those same capabilities from this other team. Where I mean, like Tejo, you have some of that. You know, what Raze, you have some of that, but a lot of those other characters, you don't have a lot of like util that's going to combine well. Not as much, at least. You still have the Vise and the Breach, which is going to be a nasty combo, and Astra's obviously in a super good spot right now in the meta. So, I mean, they're both really, really good teams, but if played correctly, this Harlan team can be extremely scary.
Absolutely, and we're about to see them come alive right here shortly. As we're seeing, looks like the Huskies are going to be on attack with Harlan on defense on the first half. Unfortunately, the stream just got cut short, so possible technical difficulties. We do apologize, but we are going to. We're almost there. Almost there.
We're getting there. We're getting there. We're like so close. You know what I mean? It's like still right on the edge. Like the door is almost open, but it's not. It's like just barely closed. You know what I mean?
Even though there's delays, still a W production team. Shout out to y'all. Y'all put this whole show up for us, so we do respect it and we do appreciate the time y'all put into it. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's such a big W. We call it upside down McDonald's.
Wombo.
That's such a.
Hey, speaking of, have you gotten at McDonald's the Minecraft bundle?
No. Who would?
Well, it's Minecraft. You get the merch. It looks cool. We're never gonna see this again, ever.
I'm sure.
So like, I kind of tempted to just buy it just so I can have like the Minecraft stuff. I don't even care about the food. I'll give it to someone else.
See, like that's good and all right, but I'm an adult.
Me too.
I don't care about a toy.
I kind of do.
Well, that's cool. I'm appreciative of the fact that you do, honestly.
Because it takes me back to my childhood. Okay.
No,
it's
and
nostalgic.
I feel that my childhood wasn't good though, so
Oh.
I don't like to relive it. You know.
This is not the place to bring this up.
Hey, I can bring it up. I'm just not going to sit here and have a therapy session, right? Do I have to sit here and tell you why my childhood was bad? No. But it wasn't that bad. It was pretty decent. But, you know, still not something that I want to relive, right? You know? I just don't like toys that much, that's all. But, again, I appreciate that you do. And I appreciate anybody who does. But I also really haven't played Minecraft since I was, like, 8 years old. So, I'm not a huge fan of Minecraft. I never really was, even as, like, a child. But I love games that are more competitive, like Valorant, Counter-Strike, like Apex when it first came out. Oh, my goodness. Like, not much compares to how great I felt when Apex first came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even then, like, I ain't going to go get an Apex toy. You know what I mean? That's just how I am. But, again, I don't judge anybody who does like those sorts of things, and I appreciate your joy for it because I just don't have that.
Yeah. Understand. Respect it. Sorry for technical difficulties, though. I think we had some PC issue. I have to check someone's PC.
Probably something like that. You know, whenever you have so many computers in the same, like all on the same internet network, linked to like so many different Valorant accounts all at once, so many Riot accounts, you know what I mean? It just kind of can end up crashing games, crashing computers, crashing the Wi-Fi a little bit. And it's just something that happens, and we appreciate y'all a whole lot for sticking around and understanding because these games are exciting today. I mean, we're playing for final spots. You know what I mean? These teams have been working hard all year to try and win games, to try and stay ahead, and this is where they get to prove why they've been doing that. So,
absolutely, yep. But yeah, who do you got going into this next map? Like, what do you think the score might end up? Oh, shoot, here we go, round one. We're jumping in right now. Looks like they're pushing up. Yuki gets the first pick on the verse. Jeto Goku's going to get 10's knockoff. Traded off right now. Hedi Ganke's going to get Kaliukas, and Pro's going to trade off. Oh, no, Yuki's going to get a little Raka, and Yuki absolutely popping off with the 3K. Going into this first map, Harlan starting off super strong. Gets Home's Huskies.
yeah, Harlan pops off on those pistol rounds. They feel themselves in those pistol rounds. You saw Yuki go get a 3K. Yeah, I mean, Pro and Kadante both get a kill for themselves. You know, assists or a kill from almost everyone on the team right there. That's just a great round from Harlan. I mean, not a flawless, but really almost a flawless. They only gave up one kill to the entire other team, you know?
Yeah, what a fast-paced round. It looks like everybody just kind of pushed towards mid on the Husky side. I think they were trying to do a fast B push, but it looks like they're still trying to do the exact same thing again. They're going to rush through that garage area, and they're going to try to catch the Harlan enemies off guard. So here we go. We got a couple posted up on the C side, and we have a lot of enemies going up. So Guak gets the first one on Raka. Katie Gonke is going to get one on Obadiah, and Yuki's going to turn it out, as well as Goku's going to take down Ten's knockoff. Yuki's going to take down Jeto Goku, and it's all up to I Love Cali, and he's going to Bucky Guak in the back, but unfortunately just not enough. Kadante is going to take him out, and they're going to get another round win, and Harlan already super dominant 2-0 going into the second map. Completely different change of pace from the first one, too.
Well, to be fair, this is exactly how the last game started. The last game started with a 3-0 Harlan advantage.
Now we wait.
So, really, it's kind of, so far, a repeat of the last game. Let's hope it doesn't continue to repeat exactly the same course as last game, because, yeah, it's pretty much exactly how the last game started. The only difference is now the Holmes Huskies have, they do have econ. It's round 3. They have guns. Let's see how they've decided to respond here, because, you know, if I remember correctly, Holmes Huskies do pretty good with weapons. Oh, and getting that wall up really didn't do much for Vise there, as all they have is the Jed Bucky. Goodness gracious. Obadiah gets 2 already. Ten's knockoff gets 1. Jedi Goku trades it back immediately, and so does Obadiah, getting a 3rd pick. It's now a 1v4 scenario. Kadante is throwing out those arrows. Not really much effect going on. Maybe a little bit of damage popping off, but not much. They're getting all the util in the world thrown at them from the Holmes Huskies, and why wouldn't they? There's one person alive, and they've got 4 people left. They should do a little bit of bullying. They've got Kaliyuka sitting in that corner, and Kadante actually gets 1, gets two shots, two kills, doing great so far. The arrow not quite able to get Kaliyuka spotted, and that's actually going to be the reason that Kaliyuka closes out the round. It's a 2-1 game. Now Holmes has their first round.
Nice, and Huskies have finally put themselves on the board on this second map going into round 4, so great job, great hold on them. Most of that round really was good effort from Obadiah. He was able to get a 3K, utilize his team's, resources to get onto that site, plant it, and hold it down, and unfortunately it just wasn't enough for the Harlan to hold, and that's why we see them finally on the board, going up 2-1 into this next round.
Yeah, going into this 4th round right here, we've got a way slower push than we've had the last 3 rounds. They've been the Holmes team has been extremely aggressive going into these first couple rounds. This time, the slow push has worked out extremely well for them, as Kaliyuka gets 2 picks to start off the round. Beautiful picks as well. Only losing 100 health, still has 50 health to work with. Getting 1 kill and not quite getting the second from the spray down. Ten's knockoff actually trades it right back, and now we're looking at a 4v2 scenario in favor of Holmes, which is not the way the first couple rounds went, but that's how this round is going. Raka is actually able to knock down Ten's knockoff, and Verse is going to go ahead and close out the round onto a kill with Yuki. Great trade and great round from the side of Holmes, making this a 2-2 game.
Yeah, and Huskies finally gotten their rhythm. They've tied up the game going into this next round, and yeah, just well effort from the team. I love Kaliyuka almost had a 4K there from that push and that 3K that he had pushing up into that garage area, and as well as the window going up on top towards the spawn and back of the side of the B site. So great effort from him, and then yeah, from the rest of the team, just good job able to close it out, playing off of each other, getting those trades, and they were able to utilize and get that win for that round.
Yeah, I saw that Paper X spray, and I got distracted. I love Paper X, I'm not going to lie. But anyways, we are going into this 5th round. Oh, Raka already gets a pick. Yuki trades it right back with the Jet ult. And we actually see Kaliyuka get a nade kill before the ult can even get them.
My goodness.
Oh my goodness. Into heaven.
Go,
Kali,
go.
No! But they still get the pick anyways, because they scared off Guak with the ult regardless. And that actually works out extremely well in their favor. Now Kaliyuka has an amazing position on top of the boxes. And another 4v2 scenario. This is not the best scenario for Harlan, but they were splitting up their resources just a little bit. Not anymore. They're sending that Sova drone through heaven right now and practically doing nothing with it, as they're wasting the time and going up into the top of heaven with it rather than out of heaven with it.
So Yuki's got his hold. He's pushing in with the daggers against Jedi Goku, but I Love Cali trades it out. It is all up to Kadante with his Sheriff. What he can do. unfortunately not able to close it out. I love Kali is absolutely on fire with that 4K for the round and able to close another round win, 3 in a row, taking the lead for the first time of this second map, 3-2.
So for any of our previous viewers and or Holmes Huskies fans, I love Kaliukas is Ardilla. All right, just so anybody who has been a previous watcher and knows Ardilla knows, this is not a new player. This is a player that has come into these R20 tournaments and has been wrecking for years. They are a great player. So is the rest of the Holmes team. As, you know, one of our commentators used to partially help with the coaching on that team. So we have some great players from the side of Holmes. But this is an amazing ult from the side of Prince Knockoff right here. And getting a really good quick pick. But actually, Jedi Goku trades it right back onto Yuki. They're looking for another pick, but right now we're looking at a solid 4v4 scenario. No decisive pushes so far, but Guak and Obadiah trade each other out with Raka real quick. Kadante gets one more trade onto Obadiah. We are now looking at a 3v2 scenario with Holmes having a slight disadvantage. And we haven't seen Holmes have a disadvantage with weapons this round, but Jedi Goku is actually able to clear out that disadvantage and makes it a 2v2 already, and as well get the bomb down onto A site. Beautiful round so far, and it looks like the attackers are getting into amazing post-plant positions in the same process. We have a very, very slow rotation coming from Harlan. Nonetheless, a rotation coming from Harlan through the link right now, coming through the CT entrance of A site, and it looks like we've got pretty much every option covered. As you know, we've got Jedi Goku looking down from bottom, getting a nice stun off, having the ult for post plant, getting vision on both of them there, and here comes that ult very soon, most likely. Or maybe we back out on the ult a little bit. We don't need the ult. Oh no, maybe we do need the ult. It's a 1v1 scenario.
How did he get to this point? Oh my goodness, Dante's sticking. He halves it.
Pros don't
Oh my
fake.
gosh, Goku. Oh my god, he's praying around the rows. Oh my gosh.
No way!
No.
Oh!
Wow, but they able to capitalize and win the round anyway. But
yeah,
oh,
played
man.
time. They won the round anyways. It's okay. I really thought that was going to be a little closer than it was as far as time. Y'all got to remember, we can't hear the game while we're over here, folks. So we can't hear the bomb ticking down. But, you know, after a certain amount of time, you've got to assume that it's about to blow up.
Wow, that was a scary round for the Huskies, but they were able to finalize, and they were able to do what they can. And yeah, no, that was a great job from him, and able to capitalize and end that round. Even though they lost their Vandal, they were able to get that win. So big round from the Huskies once again. That's 4 rounds in a row, so they're feeling it right now. And if you're Harlan, you got to kind of feel yourself back into this game before it starts getting away from you. Otherwise, you know, the Huskies are going to start catching up, and they're going to get ahead moving forward.
Yeah, we're about to. Oh, there we go, Raka starting off the round really strong. Yeah, we're about to have to start calling these Holmes Huskies the Gates Huskies or the Bill Huskies or something like that, because these guys are rich. It does not matter if they lose a Vandal that round or if they lose part of a round. They are still staying up on Econ, but Yuki's trying to prove them wrong, prove them otherwise. They get 2 picks, but Jedi Goku trades it out very quickly afterwards. We're looking at a 2v3 scenario right now, not in favor of Holmes Huskies, but this is pretty much exactly how the last round started as well, or was going as well. Oh, it looks like Jedi Goku and Verse are both going to be playing extremely good positions, post-plant positions from this angle right here. As long as Jedi Goku can get into a position without having to be compromised right here, I feel like the round could still go in their favor pretty well. Bringing out that Breach ult and actually able to get one, get 2 with the ult, and they get 2 picks out of it. Now it is, yeah, it is just a 1v2 scenario now. Now it's a 1v1 because Kadante actually gets one more. Getting flashed and not peeking, they are a little scared though. It's back to Kadante versus Jedi Goku. And Jedi Goku does not let it happen again. Good for them. That's a 5-2 round. Great.
Wow. It's funny, deja vu just happened again, but this time Jedi Goku came out on top. Great round from the Huskies, able to capitalize another round win. Same scenario against Harlan. But yeah, great job from them.
So yeah, now we're looking at a 5-2 game, advantage to the Holmes Huskies, and this is starting off extremely similar to the way the last game started off, where Holmes are kind of just about to start running away with a big lead if Harlan doesn't do anything about it. And Yuki gets 1, Yuki gets 2, Verse gets 1 as well, and oh, there we go. Rock is actually able to get 1 as well with the help of Kali. I love Kali, and yeah, 3v3 scenario just like that. Guac gets one and makes it a 2v3 scenario already. And, oh, look at that. Transferring the weapons, getting both weapons so that they can play both positions from right here. That's very smart from I Love Kaliukas because they want to be able to play the close angle and they want to be able to cover heaven. And they need both weapons for that. But they actually...
By Pro,
Yeah, it's not
unfortunately
gonna
didn't
work
work
out.
out. Kali gets 2. It is a 1v1 against Guac. What can he do? He's going to fall onto the site, and he's going to one-tap Kali, and he's going to be able to defuse the spike just in time to bring Harlan back into this game against the Huskies, going 3-5. Great job, great retake, and it's just unfortunate that the Huskies couldn't capitalize on that one.
The Raise nade got Guac down to 39 health. That's crazy. Like even with the pick that Guac got, if they had been one step to the left, that Raise nade could have killed them. And the round would have been over just as much. You know what I mean? That's crazy how little of a difference that round is right there. Even when you see a stat line like 3-5 and you see that it's a close game, you have no clue how close these games are unless you're actually watching it, you know? Almost all these last 2 or 3 or 4 rounds have come down to 1v1s, 1v2s. It's crazy.
Yep, definitely crazy indeed. I couldn't agree more. We got a little fast-paced action towards mid right now, towards the beat. Guac is all alone. All these utilities. Raise ult is going down. Kali's gonna take him down, and Guac is gonna get guacamole'd into the oblivion. He's got the judge up close. He's gonna push up against 10's knockoff. Let's see what he's got against ISO. He's gonna tap him in the head. Worse is gonna get down the jet of Yuki. So more picks are going down on the side of the Huskies side, and it looks like Yuki does take him down.
Wow.
And headshots
One
first.
enemy
So
remaining.
big comeback into this next round. Huskies able to capitalize onto this. They got the plant spike planted, and then Yuki's all alone. He does have his sniper to work with, but it's going to be tough because I don't think he'll be able to come back into this game. He might have to save as he's low HP, and the spike is about to finalize itself.
Yeah, Yuki is all alone in this scenario with a Marshall and very low health. So it's more of a scenario where you're just playing for picks, trying to get like exit picks. But I Love Kaliukas is going to go ahead and close that round out and make sure that they don't get any more closing picks. That is a 6-3 lead right now from the Homes Huskies. They're playing out of their minds. I really would like to see a timeout from Harlan around this time in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're Harlan right now, you know, kind of have to discuss with the team what's going on, kind of come up with strategies, try to find something that, you know, a groove to work with going into the next few rounds, because, you know, we don't want another repeat of the first map. You want to be able to, you know, maintain yourselves into this game, you know, stay calm, cool, and collected, but also get those picks off of each other and just play and work with together, because it looks like the Huskies right now, they're able to take advantage pretty well, and it's really into the favor right now towards the Huskies. So hopefully Harlan can put up a fight. Yuki already popping the ult, gets the first pick on Jedi Goku. So big wins on him. It looks like more people are pushing towards the C side as that's where the spike is at. 10's knockoff trades it off. We got a 4v3, and Kadante is going to capitalize on Raka, but Verse is going to get the double. Huge win onto him as he has a spike, but he doesn't know that
Spike
there's
down.
another player. Pro takes down Verse. It's all up to I Love Kaliukas in a 1v2. He is completely behind and flanking into their spawn, and I don't know if they're aware of it, but they might catch on to it quite soon. Pro with an insane angle, headshots him, and Harlan are able to keep themselves into this game, bring it to another round win, 4-6.
Yeah, see, this is what I like to see. Whenever a team gets blown out like that, they come back and they start playing with a little bit of aggression, and they definitely don't want to get blown out 2 games in a row. You know what I mean? So in that scenario, you can see these Harlan players are coming back with a little bit of vengeance, with a little bit more strategy planned, and just utilizing their utility better, you know what I mean, than they did last game overall. So it is a fantastic game so far from both teams, and I'm extremely excited for the rest of the game.
Oh yeah, we got a long game ahead of us. This could be a good one, guys. Here we go. Guac posted up, close garage. He's gonna wait going on. As the members of the Husky team are gonna push in. I don't think they were aware, but Jenico
Oh my goodness.
In the process, Kelly Ukas, super fast push onto C, breach ult going down. They should have an easy plant as Goku is gonna plant it down. It is all up to Yuki and Pro. Let's see what's going to happen. The judge comes out by Yuki, isn't really able to capitalize or do anything, but he does get Obadiah in the process, so the remainder squad of the Huskies are going to have to back off. play sights, and they're going to have to play delays. So
What
this
is that
should be-
crosshair?
Yeah, that was a really cool bug. So I need that skin in the game. That was awesome. Here we go. We got Pro crossing. They saw one cross. Did they see another one cross? That's the question. Now they're having to play post retake. And Yuki is holding it down. He's able to take down I Love
enemy
Ukis,
remaining.
but Jedi Goku trades it out. It's a 2v1. Pro, super low in HP, has 1 HP in a dream, super low in time. He's got to do something quick. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough time. First finalizes it, and Huskies bring themselves another round win, 7-4.
Last round. Before
Yeah,
the
this has
switch.
been an insane half so far. This is going to be the last round of the half right here. We've got 3 ults from the side of Holmes Huskies. We've got 2 ults from the side of the Harlan Hawks right now. And really, this is anybody's round right here. And I'm not going to say this round determines anything because it really doesn't, because we have a fairly close game. But if the Holmes Huskies get another round win right here, it's going to be that much harder for the Harlan Hawks to come back in the second half of the game. So the Harlan Hawks really need a shutdown right here, and they really need to get some momentum going into the second half.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more, Tanner. I think that there's a possibility chance for Harlan to come back into this game. Callie with the super fast judge push. He's going to take down Yuki. He's going to take him down. He's going to get his Guardian. Raka is already planning. Oh my goodness. Pro had no idea he was pushing. Oh my goodness! Kaliukis is pushing up super close. Guap trades it out finally. He has to stop his momentum. It's a 3v3. It's anyone's game still. But the Odin, oh my goodness. Guak brought the Odin out. This could be insanely clutch. Ooh, Rocket gets tagged. And he gets
Oh
him
my
through the
goodness! A double?
Oh my goodness me! Kadante takes him out. It is all up to Guak, low in HP. He's got the Odin. Let's see what he's got. It's a 1v2. He needs to get the spike diffused, and he needs to take all the Remembers out. So here we go. The breach charge goes down. Oh, flash going out. Let's see what's going to happen. Goku holds it down, takes down Guak, and the Huskies go up another round win, 8-4 into this
Switching
first half.
sides.
And wow, what a first half we just had.
Yeah, that's a great first half. Not just from the side of Holmes Huskies, but from both teams. Both teams are playing extremely well right now, and this is just a game where it's like hats off to both teams. Undeniable.
Great game, great game. Yuki absolutely on fire, 17-10. Wow. But he's doing everything he can for the Harlan. But I love Kaliukis, 18-9, got the help of Jedi Goku and the rest of his team, 13-8. But yeah, if you're on the Harlan side, you kind of have to just get your groove on going into the second half. And I think there's a chance to be able to bring themselves back into this game. You just have to play and work together one by one. You know what their weaknesses are, the Huskies. You kind of have to utilize that and take advantage of it. Otherwise, Huskies are going to keep capitalizing on their moments that they have, and it's going to be very difficult to come back into this game. So we're seeing a slow push so far towards the mid area. One lurker, Obadiah, might possibly run into... He's going to run into Kadante. Oh my goodness me. Obadiah just gets Kadante. That was a little scary. Obadiah, he's not going to get any more. Pro's going to trade it out. 4v2, all up to Yuki and Pro. And good flash is going down. Pro's going to take down Goku, but Verse took down Yuki. It is all up to Pro. He has the spike. He has a ghost to work with. I love Kaliukis is trying to take him down and distracts him, runs out of ammo, and Verse is able to help out his teammate just in time. And Huskies win the first round of the second half. Good job to them, going up 9-4. And wow, incredible work so far from the Huskies. Way to get some momentum and keep it going into the second half. Harlan got a lot of groundwork to come. Got a lot of work in, real estate to get yourselves back into this game. So it's going to be tricky. Very, very tricky to bring themselves back. It's going to be possibly a C push on Harlan, even though the spike of Sova is all alone on A, which could be pretty scary if he gets taken out. Looks like a fast rush towards C, potentially. A lot of gunfire going down through the smoke of that Astra on the C long, but Spike is working its way towards garage mid area. But the breach of Jedi Goku could be pretty deadly. Once he gets his flash out, this could be brutal. Wow, Yuki one-taps Goku into the face.
Out of charges.
Good first pick from him. That brings a lot of momentum for the Harlan to get onto the site. All the members are pushing on. I love Callie gets one. Obadiah trades it off, but Yuki takes him down. Yuki gets another. Yuki gets three, so it's a 2v2 situation. Spike has been dropped, though. Verse knows that Yuki is super low in HP. Spike is being planted by Guac. I don't know if Verse knows that. Oh my goodness, does he know? Yes, he does know. Oh my goodness, the moment! What is happening? Verse, oh my goodness. Yuki just manages to get alive. He does have a judge. This could be scary if he utilizes it, but Obadiah takes him down with the Sheriff. And Holmes Huskies go up another round win once again, 10-4 against Harlan.
Yeah, going into round 15, I would really like to see some type of timeout coming from Harlan here, because it's just a scenario where they have not been winning a ton of rounds. What is going on here? I can't hear it, so I don't know if it's actually close to blowing up or
Rage
not,
baiting. They're rage baiting.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yeah, it's mental. Mind over body.
On cooldown. All missiles away.
Nonetheless, fantastic half so far from the side of Holmes. Both sides are wins, or both rounds are wins so far, and it is a very close game still, but Holmes Huskies are starting to run away with it. So if Harlan Hawks don't do something soon, it's looking like a 2-0 in the best of 3 series.
Yeah, unfortunately, just not working in Harlan's favor right now. They are going to be buying pretty well, eco this round, so this is a big one. This is very crucial, too, to keep themselves alive and to bring themselves back into this game to tie it up, at least, or catch up with the Huskies. So only time will tell. Huskies so far are feeling great. They're doing their thing, and, they're just playing off of each other. So let's see what's going to happen, as it looks like Harlan are slowly looking towards A.
Yeah,
Silver
slowly
Drum
in that A short push, which is something that hasn't necessarily worked out for them most of the game, like in a lot of these games. It really worked out for any of the players. But Raka and Kaliukas getting the first couple kills of the round. Guac getting 2 right to trade it back immediately. Oh my goodness, and Kaliukas is just going insane with that oh my goodness, with that judge. It is so hard to remember names of guns, but Guac and Obadiah are helping me remember by getting so many kills. Goodness gracious. I Love Kaliukas gets another one to close out the round, and that's just all she wrote on that one. That was a beautiful round. It was just poetic and just happened as it should,
Yeah, it's super unfortunate, too, from the Harlan side. They really bought out that round to kind of bring themselves back, and Husky shut them down. It's plain and simple how this game is just going, and, I Love Cali is absolutely nuts this game. So once they're able to take down their star player Yuki, it's kind of hard for the rest of the team to kind of follow up from that. It's kind of all the hopes remain with Yuki right now on the Harlan.
Yeah, but even Guac got a nice little double kill there, and I mean, again, it's Valorant. You can't ever count people out, but there we go. Obadiah starting off the round with a good pick, and Yuki trading it back immediately. Getting the stun, but still getting picked off. Tin's knockoff right there gets picked off, and that's just not great for the side of Harlan. It's a 3v3 scenario. Now it's a 2v2 scenario as Pro and Jedi Goku trade each other out very quickly. And, 2v2 Jets coming through making a lot of noise. That's not going to be a good scenario for them. Yeah, no. But Guac does get one, but Guac doesn't get the second. That's going to make this a 12-4 game for the side of Holmes Huskies. That's match point, Mark.
Here we are, match point. Huskies up against Harlan. This is going to solidify the rest of the series since they also took map 1, 13-4. But this is quite a good performance coming from the Huskies so far. So just got to keep doing it. If you're Harlan, you kind of go all in. You got to, all bets are in, double down, everything. Put it all on the line for this round because it's all up to this to bring yourselves back. This round is super crucial, and there's still a possibility, a chance to come back. So we'll see what Harlan's going to put up a show. But it looks like Obadiah and I Love Cali have something special for this.
Wow.
So does Yuki, though, with the ult. Yuki with the double. Verse shuts him down. That was a big takedown from Verse. Verse absolutely on fire right now as he's taking players down one by one. Raka with a huge flank, and Kadante wasn't expecting the flank as well. Huskies solidify their series. They're moving up into the bracket, and they take down Harlan 13-4 and win the series 2-0 against Harlan.
Yeah, that's a hats-off performance to the Holmes Huskies there as they just played out of their mind. Like, sorry to Harlan. Good games. It's not working out this year. Come back next year for the final and get in those finals because this year Holmes is taking it, and that's just how it goes. That's all she wrote. And hats off. Good games to Holmes Huskies because they just kind of dominated there. They had a strat, they stuck with it, and they hardly ever wavered throughout both of those games. So that's just, again, a great performance from both teams, but hats off to Holmes Huskies there.